Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the greatest live show of all time. That is right, everybody. Today, we're doing yet another episode of whatever the hell this is. And, guys, for any VOD watchers, I may or may not include timestamps in the description below. But we're going to be talking about something very interesting. Don't worry. We're going to start out with a little brief just chatting segment, if you will. And then we're going to get into the meat, the juice, the potatoes, etc. You get the point. With that being said, hello Anno, and congratulations on being the first person in chat. Hello Low Slot, hello 33, hello Pusat Kaya, hello Vladimir, hello Xglen, hello Bot117 Vortex. Hope you're all doing well. If not, I'm gonna be sad, okay? And you wouldn't want me to be sad. That's like the opposite of happy. And that's no good. You guys want me to be happy, right, guys? Right? Glad to be back. Hell yeah, it's good to have you all here. And we've got a lot of great slop today. Don't worry. We've got lots of great slop. We love slop. Okay? We've got lots of goy slop to go over. Hello, Carson. Hope you're doing well. Hello, 33. Hello, Sweet Dream. Hello, XX Lexa. Hope you're all doing well. Okay? Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Lamau. But yeah. Hello, Low Slot. You're doing well. I'm doing all right. But guys. My most popular live stream, okay, was over a year ago, okay? And that's not good. That's not good. That means that I fell off, guys. That means that I fell off, okay? Now, what is this live stream? You may be asking. Well, the live stream is in quotations. It's called How Jesus Made Me Straight, okay? So now we're going back to our roots. We're going back to classic style Femyoz coverage. And we're covering weird religious fundamentalist freaks that think you can just pray the gay away. Because that's sort of my origins. That's what I was known for. That's what sort of got this channel big, was covering people like the people that we're going to cover today. And just chatting, okay? Deja vu maxing. I know. We're deja vu maxing for real. You love to see it. You love to see it. Yes! I'm deja vu maxing, guys. Woo! Deja vu maxing! You can always pull yourself up by your bootstraps, remember? Guys, make sure to donate all your hard-earned money to me so that I can successfully pull myself up by my bootstraps. It's very important that you all do so. You know? You guys want me to be able to pull myself up from my bootstraps. Right, guys? Right? I'm just saying, okay? I'm just saying. All right? Donate to the cute bottom. I am not cute or a bottom, okay? This is fake news. But guys, we have so much goy slop to cover, such as Transgender Tells All, Charlie Kirk, LGBTQ Deception, and Freedom in Christ, okay? This is the goy slop we're going to be watching because we love goy slop, okay? Guys, it's time to sing the goy slop song. We love goy slop, we love goy slop, everybody is going for goy slop. We all go to Israel and bomb Palestinians because we love goy slop, we love goy slop. By the way, that was satire reaction. That was satire, it's not meant to be taken seriously. I just had to sing the goy slop song, okay? Guys, one in chat if you love goy slop. Yeah! Woo! Alright, guys, dude. Guys, this live stream is sponsored by the big Yahoo, okay? This live stream is sponsored by Israel, okay, guys? Guys, Benjamin Netanyahu himself is personally sponsoring today's epic live stream. Yay! Alright, can you guys believe that? Now, here's my take, okay, guys? Here's my take on the Israel-Palestine conflict, okay? Now, originally I was like, yeah, I think genocide is bad, but now my position is, Israel and Palestine need to stop snarking each other. Because that's what Firebat said. I'm not even joking, okay? Known rapist wife beater, Firebat, unironically came out and said, yeah, my take on Israel-Palestine is that I think they all need to sit down, have a conversation, and stop snarking each other. Like they were talking about it like it was fucking YouTube drama slop. Like, dear Lord. Yeah, guys, stop snarking Israel and Palestine, okay? We just need to sit down and resolve our differences. Dude. I knew you were an Apex. Dude, let's go. Let's go, dude. But guys, dude, we have so much slop to go through. Yeah, snark maxing for real. We love snark maxing. Yay! W snark maxing. Free Palestine. Yeah, I agree. I agree. For the record, for anyone that's new here, I actually support Palestine. I mean, that's obvious to anyone that's watched me for more than 5 minutes. But, you know, if you're a new viewer, then you might not know that. You know? And a lot of people are scrolling in. And, yeah. I'm an IDF soldier, and I love it. Thanks, Ela Klein, okay? Everyone always says that support for Ela Klein is pivotal right now, but nobody ever says that being supported by Ela Klein is pivotal right now. You ever wondered about that? You know, I'm just saying, all right? We need Ela Klein support, guys. We need Ela Klein support. Also, stop spamming emojis. Stop with the emoji spam. It's not nice, okay? You're snarking me by spamming emojis. Really messed up stuff, okay? Really messed up stuff. Yeah. Princess Logan Paul. Yo, let's fucking go, dude. Hello. It is I, Loganette Paul. Yes. New viewers, welcome to Remember to Like and Subscribe. Yo, that's a classic reference. That is a classic Firebat meme. Biblically accurate Femyoz. Yo, let's fucking go, dude. Yes, Princess Loganette Paul kind of slaps. You better believe it does. Guys, it is me, Princess Loganette Paul. Yeah, guys, I'm Ela Klein maxing. We're Ela Klein maxing, guys. I think it is really messed up that the Stark left is after me, guys. The Stark left has been targeting me. I can't believe they called CPS and sent scores to our house, guys. Like, okay. Femyoz, you look different. What about me looks different today? I'm curious. What's different? Would you like to elaborate? What's different today? Do I look different? I think I look the same. Is there something fundamentally different about my appearance in particular? Who knows? Does your dad love your final form? He hasn't even met my final form. You think this is my final form? This is just the beginning, okay, chat? This is just the beginning. You haven't seen my final form yet. No one has. Even I haven't seen my final form yet, okay? Don't worry. We're still evolving. You do look extra cute, Femi. Hell yeah, and thank you. But guys, all right, make sure to smash like, everyone. Make sure to smash like. It's very important to do so. But I'm glad that I look extra cute today, according to at least some of you. At least some of you think I look cute today. It's very good. Her E levels are over 9,000. Yo, truth nuke. Fucking truth nuke. Now, guys, I just noticed something, all right? Something very, very important. Guys, we're currently streaming in front of 192 of our closest friends and family, but we only have 30 likes, chat. What's going on here? All right, we got to fix that. Double tap the smash like right now. It's free. It's easy. There's no logical reason not to do it. We should have 186 likes, because that's the number of concurrents we have. Guys, double tap. Including you. Yes, you. Beautiful person that hasn't fucking liked the stream yet. Very messed up, by the way. How dare you? You're snarking me by not liking the stream, okay? Like this stream right now, or else you're a Nazi. That's right. If you don't like the stream right now, then you literally support Adolf Hitler. That is right, everybody. Make sure to smash like right now. And if you really want to support me, there are many different ways that you can do this. You could either buy a super chat, buy a super sticker, buy a membership and get access to exclusive Femyoz content and members-only live streams and VODs and whatnot. You can, if you're feeling generous, gift memberships for other people to enjoy exclusive content, you know, custom emotes and all this, names that stand out, etc. Now, I will say all the things that I just listed, YouTube does take 30%. You know, I always just put it out there just so everyone knows where the money goes. However, if that's something that matters to you, if that's something that bothers you, if it doesn't bother you, then it's totally fine. You know, I'm not going to complain about getting money. But if you want all your money to go to me, the best way you can support me directly is through the Streamlabs link. Remember, I read any and all donations. Streamlabs link is in the pinned message. Streamlabs.com/Femyoz. If you're on mobile and can't click it for whatever wacky reason, you could either A, type it manually, Streamlabs.com/Femyoz. It's fairly easy to remember. Streamlabs.com/Femyoz. Or alternatively, you could click on my channel, and the first link in the About Me is, well, my Streamlabs link. Again, any and all donations are very much appreciated. Enough of me shilling myself. Very sorry, I have to do that. All right, but I gotta. You know, I want to do this as a career one day. That would be epic. No, I don't support Israel. I was fucking shitposting. Is she a real girl? Yes. Trans women are women, so yes. You better believe I am. But yeah, guys, don't worry, okay? Because we're gonna be taking a look at a video about how ex-transgender tells it all, okay, guys? All right, they're no longer transgender. God made them detransition, guys. Isn't that so awesome? Woo, woo, woo! Yay! You love to see, you know, grifters lying for money and attention. Woo, woo, woo! We love to see it, guys. Who else loves when people fucking lie and do all that bullshit for money and attention and are like, oh yeah, I totally I'm a detransitioner, even though I literally you know, don't have any detransition pics, or sorry, pre-detransition pics. That's what I meant to say. It's like, well, where are the pictures of you when you transitioned? I'm a little bit confused. Like, they'll be describing something and then they'll be like, oh yeah, dude, I was so transgender that I had a 5-hour skincare routine. It's like, okay, dude. Trump 2016 supported trans rights. Yeah, it's like, dude, Trump is a total fucking fraud. He's a complete grifter, and we all know that to be the case, all right? Also, chat, can we get 200 likes? We have over 200 viewers. Guys, double tap right now. It's free. We're almost at 50 likes. We'd at least get 50 likes. Just 5 more of you. Double tap. I'm just saying. Including you. Yes, you. Hello. Stop whining and complaining. Never, all right? This is the Femyoz Complains YouTube channel. Okay, guys? This is where I complain about stuff. We love complaining, all right? Almost as much as we love Goy Slop. Guys, it's time to sing the song. We love Goy Slop. We love Goy Slop. Everybody's going for Goy Slop. We all go to Israel and bomb Palestinians because we love Goy Slop. We love Goy Slop. That was satire, by the way. Okay. It's not reflective of my real views, guys. That was satire, okay? For any new people, okay, don't get your fucking pennies in a twist. That was a fucking meme. It's a fucking shitpost, okay? It's a shitpost, guys, all right? Yes, yes, my actual position is fuck Israel, obviously, okay? Not to be conflated with Jewish people. Nothing wrong with being Jewish, okay? We don't tolerate anti-Semitism here either, but we don't fuck with Israel, okay? But we do make the distinction. You know? Kamala Harris is a grifter. That's true. That's true. But she's less evil than Trump. So it's like, well, who should you vote for in an election like, you know, the 2024 election, let's say? Well, probably the person that is less evil than the other person. I mean, that I feel like that goes without saying, you know? Girl voice tutorial when, girl, I'm going to be so for real. I am not the person to be giving that tutorial. I'm going to be real. Most of my voice training has been purely vibes-based. Most of it is like just me watching other people's tutorials and then getting a vibe for the girl voice a little bit and then practicing a fuck ton and getting better at it and taking tips in, you know, tranny voice training servers and doing all that shit. And then like, you know, being, cause like I can literally switch back and forth if I want, because like, why wouldn't I do that? You know, given the ability of, you know, me to just sort of like go down here and then back up here. It's like, okay. Like, there's obviously something that I can do here where I can just sort of, you know, do this with my voice, which you love to see. You love to see. Are you a man? No, I am not. Are you a man? That's the real question. What's your real voice? Well, anything I do with my voice is my real voice if I do it frequently enough, right? Whatever you use is your, because like, you know, someone's voice is going to be influenced by what what muscles they frequently use. So this is my real voice now. This is just what I sound like at this point. So it's like, you know, I can just sort of, you know, like but I can still like kind of do my old voice. This is like higher than what it used to be. And this requires effort. Like this is like genuine effort. And like, this is like significantly higher than what my voice used to be. So it's like, it is kind of like magic. It is kind of like magic. Get a job. Oh, well, wow. Saying the J slur. Very, very messed up. Very messed up. Guys, make sure to donate so that I don't have to get employed, guys. Guys, make sure to donate so I can unemployment max for the rest of my life. Okay, guys? Okay, why would I be employed when I could sit here and be a part of the snark left for the rest of my life, guys? And snark weird Christian fundamentalist freaks. I am just saying. Voice changer plus femboy. All right. Chat, you think I'm using a voice changer. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I could see why you would think that. You took the vaccine? True, you're right. I'm not an anti-science weirdo. Okay. Guys, for anyone that thinks that I'm using a voice changer, I am standing all the way here, okay? This is where my hands are. There's literally no way for me to press any buttons, okay? And, well, I can still alternate between two different voices and go down here and then back up here. No voice changer required. And it's like, yeah, it's up down here, down here, back up here. And it's like, okay. So obviously I'm not using a voice changer. I'm all the way over here. I literally can't press any buttons. There's nothing I could do in that regard. There's nobody else in my room. Okay? Like, no voice changer required. Okay? I don't need to use one. So I'm just saying, it's one of those things where I can go down here, and then up here, and then maybe somewhere in the middle, and then down here, and then up here, and it's like, you know, we have a good time. We love that, okay? We love changing our voice around. It's a good time, guys. It's a good time. We love doing that, okay? Donate if you enjoy it as well, okay, guys? Gay, that's true. I love women. That means I'm gay. I agree. Holy crap. What? Oh, the voice? Hell yeah. I love your hair. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy the hair. Cute fit, by the way. Thank you. I'm glad you like the fit. You guys are sweet. You guys are sweet. Please don't do that. What? Like the switching between two different voices? I mean, listen. Voice training is fun, okay? We love switching between different voices. Do you detransition? No, but we're going to be talking about a detransitioner today, okay? Now, my position is that there's nothing wrong with detransitioning. The same way there's nothing wrong with transitioning, but when you use it to try to be like, actually, trans people shouldn't be allowed to transition because I made the wrong decision, so that means it should be ruined for everyone else, guys. It's like, well, actually, no, I don't think that it should be ruined for everyone else. I think that's fucking crazy. Anyways. Wait, you're into women but are a guy? No. I'm into women, but I'm a woman. You're halfway there. You're halfway there, okay? You're halfway there, okay? A lot of people get it backwards. They think I'm a gay man, but I'm actually a gay woman, okay? I'm into women, and I'm a woman. I'm not a man that's into men, okay? Like, y'all be getting shit confused, okay? Y'all be getting shit confused. What the fuck is going on in here? Well, we're kind of just chilling, and I'm also doing the thing where I alternate between two different voices because I can, and I have a good time doing so. So why wouldn't I? But yeah, dude, oh my god, how are we getting so many viewers? What the fuck? Bro, how are we? Bro, okay, wait, why are we actually doing well in the algorithm? We're like at, what the fuck? Bro, we're popping up. Dude, we're getting over 300? Oh my god, what the fuck? Bro, how? I haven't even, like, we're just doing the small little just chatting segment at the beginning. I haven't even, like, gotten to, like, the main meat and juice. I haven't even started making fun of the bad anti-trans arguments yet. It's the voice clowning? Yeah, it probably is the voice clowning. No, you're right. I think it does have to do with the fact that I'm switching between two different voices. Because, like, you know, if someone's scrolling through shorts, hello, yes, you person scrolling through shorts. They're probably going to be like, oh yeah, I'm scrolling through shorts and oh my god, here's this person that literally switches their voice. Is it a voice changer? Nope, they literally stood up and did the same thing without the ability to press any buttons. So it's like, okay, you know, that's interesting, right? Now, that probably also, that sentence right there probably got the shorts viewers to click on this because it's like, hey, you, I'm live streaming. Guys, here's the thing that I'm doing. It's like the beginning of a YouTube short almost, but it's not. It's just part of a live stream. You know? Oh my, dude, we're getting 400. What the fuck? Bro, how are we getting 400? What the fuck? Bro. Hello, new people. Hello, stick around. Please don't leave me, okay? I am an individual of many talents, okay? Like, switching my voice. I'm a trans YouTuber, okay? I'm transgender. I'm one of the transgenders, guys. I'm a leftist. I make fun of weird right-wing freaks. I make fun of religious fundamentalists. I make fun of transphobes. That's sort of the main thing that I do. I make fun of lolcows. I engage in drama slop. And I also talk to you guys. Yes, you, the beautiful people watching, including you. Yes, you, specifically. Hello. Hello, I'm just saying. But yeah, dude, oh my god. Oh, a libtard, I'm out, oh no. What, did you think I was gonna be a right-winger or something? Oh yeah, dude, this fucking, you know, trans woman wearing a fucking heart choker, advocating for trans rights. I'm sure that they're gonna be a Republican. Okay, dude. Now, I'm not a liberal either, okay? I know that might sound surprising. You might hear, you know, I'm a leftist, and then hear me also say I'm not a liberal. And that might be confusing for a lot of you. What do you mean you're a leftist but not a liberal? What I mean is that I'm a socialist, okay? That's what I fucking mean, okay? I mean that I want collective ownership over the means of production, okay? So that, you know, the Epstein class can't fucking rule over us like they currently do. You know, if we were able to, you know, vote for who is in the real positions of power, if we were able to elect our CEOs, our managers, etc., the people that are in charge of us, rather than these you know, rich billionaire pedophile investors ultimately having the greatest say, you know, over who is or isn't in power, in terms of that. It's like, you know, if we the people got that decision, that'd be awesome. I would love that. Anyways, hope you're all doing well. Dude, chat is moving like so fucking fast. How do I read a chat like this? How do I read a chat that's moving this fast? This is like, the chat is like barely fucking dude, I'm sorry. Normally I'm like super good at like interacting with chat, but it's like, you know, it's just like random people being like, I pooped my pants. Well, thank you, True King, for sharing that you pooped your pants. Really awesome. So really awesome chat message. Chat of the Day award goes to True King for pooping their pants. Really cool stuff. You just do your best. Yeah, I'm gonna do my best, guys. I'm gonna do my best, okay? All right, I'm doing my best, chat. I'm doing my best. I'm trying. Okay. It's like, what am I meant to do when the chat messages are things like, I shitted and farted and came in my pant? Like, what do I do with shit like that? What do I do when my, holy fucking, what the, bro, how are we, 547 concurrents? What the fuck, how are we getting so many viewers? What is happening? Is it because I'm streaming in the morning on shorts? Is it because it's because summer's approaching and then we lose like 100 concurrents, but then it goes back up and then it goes down 100. Chat, smash like, double tap the smash like, please. Boost me in the algorithm. I want to get 1,000 concurrents. Do you think I could get 1,000 concurrents at once? I don't know if I can do that. I've only done that one time, and that was when I was, I think I was covering some like political shit that was super relevant. It was like, I think it was like was it Trump's inauguration and I was criticizing Trump? We got a bunch of like Trump tards, or was it election day? I don't remember which one it was, but it was mainly Trump tards, so I don't know if that counts. But we technically did get 1,000 concurrents one time, but that was ages ago. Holy how are we getting so many? Also, we're 2 likes away from 100. Double tap to smash like to be the 99th like, and then double tap to be the 100th like, chat. Yes, you, right? You want to be the 99th. You want to be the 100th or before 100. Come on, double tap. It's free. Who wants to be the 100th like? Double tap right now to be the 100th like, chat. Come on. You know you wanna. Okay, come on. Support a small streamer out. Okay. I know it looks like I might be a large streamer because of my sub count, which is all from shorts, by the way. That doesn't count. And because we're getting hundreds of concurrents. How the fuck are we getting hundreds of concurrents? What is happening? I sort of missed when chat was like, listen, I'm not gonna complain. Listen, I will take the algorithmic success. Okay. You know, if the Christ tards being in chat and proselytizing to some degree, even though it's like annoying, if that means that we get recommended to more people and more people see that the word of gee, what the fuck? How are we, dude? And then it's like, it fluctuates like 200 concurrents because so many people are scrolling in and out. Because it's like getting how is it getting shown to this many people? What the fuck? Bro, I don't understand. Hello, YouTube Shorts viewer. Hello, yes, I see you scrolling. I'm actually a live streamer, and no, it's not pre-recorded. I just predicted that you would scroll into this exact moment because of how fast people are scrolling. Okay? If this sounds interesting to you, click on the little live now button. I see that. Okay? Because this is we're fluctuating from 300 to 500 concurrents, roughly, more or less. How the fuck? Like, how the people are scrolling so fast? What is happening? How? I don't understand. Like, it hasn't been like this in forever. Like, I know that, like, I used to, like, do super well in lives, in short streams, but when I was, like, my most successful doing YouTube Shorts lives, those lives would be, like, you know, it'd be, like, whatever, like, maybe, like 200 to 400 concurrents at most. And like, it'd usually be less than that. Like 100 to 200 concurrents when I was like doing well, I think. Can I be the 133rd like? No, but you can be the 134th like, I think. Yeah. Or maybe it's different on your screen. Or the 138th like. Okay. Talk in normal voice. This is literally just my normal voice. I promise you, when I say that this is my normal voice and that this requires a lot more effort to sound like, okay, I am not fucking bullshitting you. I am being serious. I am being dead ass. Okay? I'm just saying. I'm just fucking saying, okay? But yeah, something tells me that this is like a spike in viewership at the beginning of stream and that it's going to level off and be lower in a bit, which I think is interesting because it's like leveling out at a very low view duration. So I think it's going to recommend it to a shit ton of people and then stop recommending it to people. Because it also, YouTube's short streams do that a lot as well. Depending on where YouTube puts your channel in its algorithm. It's strange. It doesn't make very much sense, but whatever. I will give you $1,000 if you stop saying like. Okay, but you gotta give me the $1,000 first, okay? You gotta give me the 1,000 first. And then I will do my absolute best. I will try my absolute damnedest to not say the word like. All right? But like, I'm gonna keep saying the word like until that happens, okay? Because like, I gotta incentivize the dono, not the other way around, okay? Not the other way around. I'm just saying. But dude, what the fuck? How does it keep increasing? Dude, I don't understand. I don't understand YouTube, man. But thank you for tuning in. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Guys, we're streaming in front of 555 people, okay? Oh, what the fuck? 585 people. Sorry, my fucking bad. Jesus Christ. How the fuck? This is the best fucking stream I've done this year, viewers-wise. Not money-wise. You guys better donate. I'm just kidding, guys. You don't have to. It's optional. And then it goes down again, and then it's gonna go up by 2. Dude, this is so confusing. Chat, can we get 200 likes? Double tap the smash like. Can we get 300 likes? We rarely ever do that. Okay? Guys, come on. Double tap. Double tap the smash like. Support a small streamer out. Make me successful, please. Please. Please, if you like me, come on. It'll make me happy. It'll make me happy if you do it. I'm just saying. It'll put a smile on my face. You want to put a smile on my face. Yo, thank you for 150 likes, by the way. Degenerate. Nuh-uh.
I would never be a degenerate. That is crazy. What do you mean I'm a degenerate? I am very epic and cool.
My love at Femboy Kirk. Yeah, guys, I'm actually, transgender Charlie Kirk. Resurrected from the dead, guys. All right. We are trans Kirk. We carry the estrogen. He fought for the HRT. We'll honor Zer pronouns. We are transgender Kirk. Zer axe wound our own. What am I fucking doing? Yeah, trans zombie Kirk. Let's fucking go. All right, dude. This is fucking awesome. And dude, we're doing it. All right, we're gonna get into the goy slop now. All right, guys, we have goy slop to go over. Okay, chat. We have goy slop. All right. You guys have all seen the title. All right. You guys have seen the title. All right. We're gonna be taking a look at a video. All right. Now this video is called Transgender Tells All. Charlie Kirk. LGBTQ, deception, and freedom in Christ. Okay, so that's the goy slop we're gonna be watching. Yay! We love goy slop. We love goy slop. We love goy slop. Everybody's going for goy slop. We all go to Israel and bomb Palestinians because we love goy slop. We love goy slop. By the way, that was satire. That was satire. Bombing is bad. Bombings are bad. Okay, guys. That was a joke, for the record. That was satire. Okay. We don't support anything bad. Okay, guys. All right. Anyways, we're actually gonna take a look at today's goy slop at chat. Okay, who's excited? Yay!
My entire life, I thought I was a woman.
He thought he was a woman. Holy shit! No! Oh my, dude, he was fucking transgender. Well, thank goodness he found God. Oh my goodness gracious!
I eventually got to a point where I thought that I'm trapped in a man's body. All
Uh-huh. And?
I ever wanted was to be accepted. I
Right.
couldn't go on. Why I told God it's either you
What is the dramatic music? Like, what is this fucking AI slop in the background? This fucking dramatic ass, like, oh my god, guys, it's this is crazy. This is like the fucking final boss fight in a video game.
encounter me or I end my life because I didn't know how to be the queen anymore. My power
Dude. Oh my god, he stopped slang. He didn't know how to be a queen anymore. He wasn't a diva. He wasn't serving. That's so sad.
became unstable. It didn't matter how many men I slept with. I had dealt with many pastors, many men of God.
Are those the men that he was sleeping
Slept
with?
with them.
Dude, he was sleeping with the pastors. Let's fucking go. Bro, I literally called it, okay? All of these right-wing homophobic pastors are all secretly on Grindr. Let's not fucking kid ourselves. Either that or they're raping little kids, okay? Let's not kid ourselves.
Even though it was hard, after one or two tries, eventually you get there. I was looking myself in the mirror and I said, gee, here you are. You just had an orgy yesterday.
Here you are. You just had an orgy yesterday. Dude, me when I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, gee, here you are, and you just had an orgy yesterday. Yeah, that's like that's like being transgender, guys. That's like the same thing, guys.
I had an orgy this morning. I've already slept with 2 other people. What are we doing?
Bro, how much fucking game did this guy have? Okay, dude, let's read this epic disclaimer. Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this podcast episode do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of Leon Dupree's. Estee Lee Dupree, whatever the 700 concurrence? What the fuck? How? Yo, smash like, everyone. Smash like. Can we get 200 likes at least? If not 700. Yo, where the fuck? Where are these viewers coming from? Yo, hello, new people. Hello, hello, hello. All right, anyways, let's continue reading this like dog shit disclaimer. Encounter Church or Leon Dupree's International. The content is intended for thought-provoking discussion and exploration of various perspectives. Listeners are encouraged to form their own conclusions. Guys, who's excited to form their own conclusions? I know I sure am. Yay! Hot? Hell yeah, dude. I love doing the thing where I switch between 2 different voices. Dude, we got 750 concurrence, and then I went down. Bro, I don't understand how short streams work anymore. It'll be like, oh yeah, here's plus 400 concurrence, here's minus 400. It doesn't make any sense, man. I don't know. Please stick around. And then it goes back up to 600. What the fuck? What is happening?
Jadinho, welcome and thank you so much for coming.
Dude, Gideon? Oh my god, guys, it's transgender Gideon. Let's fucking go, dude.
You have an incredible testimony. You have incredible testimony, and
Dude, incredible testicles. Oh, sorry, testimony.
First of all, I want to give glory to God for what He's done in your life.
Yes! God made me not transgender anymore. Glory to God in Israel. Woo! Shout out to my boy Netanyahu. Okay, guys, this live stream is sponsored by the big Yahoo and Israel, guys.
Known as the Queen.
Yes.
And I love the way you say it. And you must keep that because, a lot of people want to be Christian.
Now 700. Dude, I don't even understand. Back to 700. How the fuck does YouTube work?
And I want to change. I think you must keep that really as the way you say it, because it's part of your testimony. But you had a life of living for many years as a transgender.
A transgender?
Well, not cross-dresser.
Bro, what is it? What is this guy's accent?
That you dressed as a woman, as a female. You thought you were a female.
Yeah, and when a trans person refers to themselves as a woman or a man, like, what do they mean by that? Because they're obviously not confused about their physiological characteristics. So what do they mean?
Got radically.
Yeah, guys, we found South African Charlie Kirk. Okay, guys, where his microphone is actually positioned right here, guys, and the reason that his microphone is positioned here is because it's meant to cover his neck hole. Okay, it's South African Charlie Kirk, and he needs the microphone to cover his big old neck hole. Okay, he cannot be showing hole on stream. Yo, thank you very much, Nanbot, for the $10. You beautiful fucking bastard, saying, I love your woos. You sound like a teeny tiny moist critical. Yeah, let's fucking go. Woo! Hell yeah. Guys, I'm transgender moist critical. Let's fucking go. I'm gonna heart that. Thank you very much. Oh my god. We're back to 700 concurrence. What the fuck? How are we getting 700 concurrence? What is happening? What is happening?
saved, delivered, began to change your whole life around. Talk to us a little bit where you're coming from, what God did in your life, and your experiences as that life. And then we're obviously going to go deeper. I want the audience to get to know you.
No, thank you so much for having me. It's an honor and a privilege. Really, it is. Gosh, where do you begin with a story like that?
With like the start?
Maybe even like...
Dude, shut up. Let him start.
You know, what was the root?
Okay. All right, I get that.
You can flow.
What is the root of your transgenderism?
You know, from there.
For me, growing up my entire life, I thought I was a woman. I thought that
when you were a kid? When you were 5 years old, you thought, oh yeah, I'm a grown woman? Or did you think you were a girl? Because that's not the same thing.
I was going to be someone's wife and I was going to be someone's mother. It comes from a long history in my family of absent fathers. Because my...
Oh, right. That me having an absent father actually made me transgender, guys, okay? Ever since my dad left for the milk and cigarettes, all right, and has been on his 10-year-long vacation in Florida, okay, I have been gay and transgender ever since. And the only way I will detransition is if he comes back with the milk and cigarettes like he said he was going to.
Parents were there. They lived in the same house as I did, just as their parents lived in the same house as they did, but none of us shared the same reality. And how that affected my journey that followed 20 years after that is I eventually got to a point where I thought that I'm trapped in a man's body because...
Well, are you? If that's causing you dysphoria, then yeah, that is true.
What is this? The thoughts that I'm having, the ideas I have, the life I want to live, my aspirations...
I don't know. It sounds like you might have gender dysphoria.
And my dreams is aligned with that of a woman.
Well, I mean, maybe you should have, like, hopes and dreams for a better fucking barber, because Jesus fucking Christ. Okay? Listen, okay? Not to shit on people for their physical appearance, but what is going on here? Why are we mushroom mixing? Why do we look like, I don't know what it is with people doing it, but, like, come on. This isn't just a broccoli cut anymore. This is like a fucking, we're like a full-on mushroom. We're a fucking paintbrush now. It's like, girly pop, you can do better than, like, why are we shaving the sides like this? Let it grow out. Let it grow out, dude. Let it grow out.
Where does this come from? And I realized...
Like, it doesn't even fade. It doesn't even fade. That's the worst part. I would understand if it's, like, shorter on the sides, but it's like a fade, or maybe even a low taper fade. But no, it doesn't fade. It's just like, you know, like, it looks like he's, like, wearing a fucking wig. It looks glued on. Like, come on.
Is that...
Like, what are we doing?
When you look at my family was very broken. I lived in an extremely violent and abusive household.
Which made me gay and transgender. Also, chat, we're at 181 likes, chat. We're 19 likes away from 200. Double tap to smash like. Come on, you want to see me get 200 likes, right? Right, guys? Body shaming is not cool. I'm not even shaming his body. I'm shaming his haircut, which is a choice. He chose to get this haircut. He could just choose to go to a different barber and get his hair done differently, okay? Having hair this bad is not an immutable characteristic. It's not even like he's balding. It's like, no, you chose this awful haircut. I feel like I should be allowed to make fun of that. No.
And for that, my parents weren't there, but they were there. They were so focused on their unfaithfulness.
Dude, it was Schrodinger's parents. Okay, they were there and not there simultaneously.
So focused on the brokenness in their marriage, they thought having children would fix that. So rejection.
Yeah, that's a very smart idea. Oh, what's that? You have a broken marriage? Make sure to have children. Just have more children, okay? And donate more money to Israel, okay? Donate your life savings to the IDF, okay? So that Israel can defend itself from children's hospitals, and also have children if you have a broken marriage that is known to fix marriages and make things easier. It definitely doesn't make things worse, guys, as we all know.
Was there from the start. They thought having kids would fix the brokenness in their family.
Very smart parents, clearly. And clearly they passed down their intellectual prowess to the next generation, as we see, you know, which is why we're you know, we think that God is gonna, you know, get mad at us if we transition. Like, okay.
When we didn't, immediately they lashed out against us. Now comes my grandmother onto the scene. My grandmother is this powerful woman of God. She has real identity. She knows who she is.
Also, wait, I just noticed something.
This
guy has really small hands. Like, really small. Like, he has girl hands. His hands are fucking, like, I think proportionally smaller than mine. Because, like, if I put mine in, like, the same, like, spot, I think relatively speaking, though to be fair, I'm closer to the camera. And I don't have big hands, right? I don't got big hands or anything. But his hands are tiny. He's got, like, little baby hands.
My grandmother is this powerful woman of God. She has real identity. She knows who she is. She dresses the way she wants. She lives on her.
There's femboy gaming, femboy fishing, and now there's femboy debates. What a world. Girl, okay. You're a little bit late. I wouldn't be classified as a femboy anymore. All right? I would have been a femboy back when I, like, consistently sounded like this, you know, before I transitioned. But yeah, no, he has, like, Trump-sized hands. It's interesting.
Own terms, and that's all I want
No, Trump unironically has Foyd hands in terms of their size.
to be. And that's where the Queen was birthed. The Queen was birthed purely out of necessity, because I didn't know how to navigate the danger of not only the world, but of my own house, that I needed to be able
So then the Queen was born. The Queen of England was born in his mind or something.
find something that could navigate that. And I started taking off everybody. This person does this, and people react a certain way, and I would
Right. Where's the femboy? I only see a woman. Hell yeah. Vlad knows what's up. Vlad knows what's up.
take that onto my identity because there was nothing to take. And I absorbed everything to such an extent in order to create this persona to navigate the world. And
Wait, what? Wait, you do realize that the opposite is going to be true for a lot of trans people, where it's like, you know, like before I transitioned, I had like a whole like, you know, persona. Like it was like an act. Like pretending to be a guy was an act. It was an act of repression and an act of pretending to be somebody that I'm not. I pretended to be a guy for many years. Okay? I'm just saying. Why? Because society expected it of me. You are really good looking. Thank you, Jem.
the Queen was birthed. Man, I loved her. She was everything to me because eventually she became my idol. She became the thing that I worshipped. I worshipped myself, and I wanted
Okay, well, that sounds like a you issue. That has nothing to do with being trans. I don't have this issue. I don't idolize myself. If anything, I'm a little bit self-hating.
people to worship me because my house was so unstable. How do you control an environment like that? You
Being transgender, obviously. Yes, queen, yes, queen. Be transgender. That's definitely what people are saying. Yeah, definitely.
constantly want to take back power because
Again, what does this have to do with being trans?
at the end of the day, I'm still a man, and I want to be able to protect my family. I want to provide for them. I want to bring peace and security there. But
Yes, all things that women are incapable of biologically. Your XX chromosomes dictate that you cannot provide for your family or protect them.
how do you do that?
Guys, we're 9 likes away from 200. Double tap the smash like to boost me in the algorithm. I'm a small streamer. Okay, I got lucky today on this stream in the algorithm, like algorithm-wise. I don't even know how the fuck I've gotten this many viewers. Normally, I don't even get 100 viewers. I'm a small-ass streamer. Normally, I get like 30 to 50.
And for me, perversion came
More like 30 to 60, but still.
when I wanted to take what my grandmother had done in our household onto myself and to be that everywhere. And I took that identity in all parts of me. Eventually,
Even in your ass? You took it in the ass? That's crazy.
I went out into the world. I started cross-dressing very slightly, you know, wearing acrylic nails, playing around with makeup, doing this, doing that. And
Oh, God, the horror. Not makeup and nails. Oh, no. So many people are concerned with whether or not Femyoz has a schlong or not. It's wild. Yeah.
started getting a lot of hate, but also a lot of acceptance in the LGBTQ community. And that's where my entire journey changed. When I felt acceptance, what I thought was adoption, in that
So what you're saying is that you wanted to be a woman before even knowing what queer people were. And then you found out that there's people similar to you, and then you found community. Why is that bad? I'm lost.
world where it's okay to be that, it's okay to be safe, it's okay to be strange.
Your stream is recommended to me by No Comment Shake. Yo, W. I have not seen No Comment Shake in ages. I hope she's doing well. What's she been up to? Is she still like, dude, I hope, I'm sure she had a field day with, apparently there was like a debate between Chud Logic, Queeman, Destiny, and Dan Saltman, I think. She probably had a field day with that. I hope she's doing well.
It's okay.
Dude, shout out to No Comment Chick. I haven't talked to her in a while, but all my interactions with her were positive. when I did talk to her.
To have a certain personality. Suddenly, I didn't want to leave that world because I go back home and my family is completely broken. I have dysfunction everywhere in all areas, whether it's finances.
Or erectile, guys, erectile dysfunction confirmed. Guys, he has erectile dysfunction.
Whether it's the love that my
He has dysfunction in all areas, including erectile.
parents have for each other, whether it's the love they have towards us, dysfunction and chaos everywhere. And you go to a place where you are celebrated. People light up when they see you. They welcome you into their home. They don't feel like you are a burden to them and an addition.
Wow, they sound a lot like this Jesus fellow from the Bible. Dude, it sounds like queer people are like Jesus. They're following Jesus's footsteps, welcoming them into their homes and being kind and caring. Yeah, that sounds a lot like Jesus. I'm just saying.
To their already existing problems, that you are actually just this magnificent thing, that the world, is lucky to have you. And all of these things start coming. And that's how it starts. That acceptance, where they tell you,
Jesus was definitely bisexual. Oh yeah, for sure.
You are powerful. You are loved. You deserve to be here. You deserve to be loved and to love however you love. And suddenly that becomes your own thing. And
well, no, clearly it was your thing before that because like you were already there before joining that community. Like what?
Then something twisted starts happening where their brokenness becomes your brokenness, and you take.
What? No, because it clearly didn't, because you explained that you were broken before even interacting with them. So that's a contradiction.
Take what they have onto yourself. And suddenly you get hyped up in this community and you go back home and you deal with your problems and you want to numb pain. And
that is, and that's the fault of queer people. How exactly?
Suddenly you want a situation where you want to learn how to numb pain, but the only people you look up to numbs pain in a very specific way.
Not necessarily. But okay.
Through sex, through drugs, through abusing alcohol, through whatever the situation might be. And that then becomes how you deal with it, because it's all you know. There's no one at home to teach you better. So
again, how is that queer people's fault? I'm lost.
You go into that world and these people are the only ones that you see. You look up to them because you look at their lives. You see that they have some money. They have their own apartment. They can live on their own terms and whatever. And you think that's everything, especially growing up. In Cape Town, where I lived in Atlantis, because with that, you see
damn blood is just
these people driving around with their fancy cars.
Jesus was born without a father. He was a beta
and whatever, and you
that's a good
aspire
point.
Towards that. Now
and you know what? Being a beta male is okay. There's nothing wrong with being a beta.
Go into a community.
Just fucking own it, dude. If you like getting cucked like Jeremy from the quartering, then like nothing wrong with that. Just be honest about it.
That also has elements of that. They're on stage. They drag.
Guys, we're almost at 200 likes. We're at 195. Guys. If 5 more people double tap the smash like, we'll be at 200 likes. That would be really cool. Please double tap the smash like. That'd be awesome.
That's how they live their life on their own terms. They don't have to answer to anybody.
What exactly is the argument being made by him? Oh, he's just yapping. He's not even making an argument. Clearly, he's trying. I think he's trying to like. Obviously, the goal here is to paint queer people about. Because I already like made fun of this guy from a different video, so it's like he's very, very much so in the camp of you need to detransition for God or whatever. It's like a retarded grifter piece of shit. But
you don't see the brokenness, but you see the cars they drive and the beautiful life they live. How extremely gorgeous and sexy they look. How they embrace who they are, and that it's okay to do that. And then
yes, that is true. It is okay to do that.
You want that for yourself as well.
Yes. What are we going to try and argue that it's not okay to embrace who you are? Why is that?
All I ever wanted was to be accepted. I just wanted to be...
literally everyone wants that, though.
My unique, strange self, as we all are, because God created every one of us differently without...
Yeah, you wanted to be yourself. But now you're not yourself,
works in our imperfections.
Yo, thank you for 200 likes. Thank you to everyone that double tapped the smash like. Thank you.
But it was never celebrated anywhere else other
than hi, I'm gonna give you $1. Yo, W, base.
Than there. And that is why there I found my identity. Going through my teens, I experienced a lot more acceptance and a lot more power. My house was unstable and I wanted to be powerful. I wanted to take back control of my life and the life that's around me. I wanted to reshape
dude, you should have become a Mossad agent. Think about all the power you could have.
My reality. And so I did. The Queen not only became a name that I called myself, she became my entire existence. And for me, I took her everywhere with me.
Dude, it's like, what? Did you develop multiple personality disorder or some shit?
I went through my teens being mentored by transgender people, being mentored by people who are in drag and who live that life. And that obviously is
So we're like conflating drag queens with trans people. That's so cool. That's awesome. We love to see
what
it.
I was imparted. That's what I received. That's what I saw, and that's all I wanted to be, because they lived life on their own terms. They didn't have to go home and be scared. They didn't have to go home and answer to somebody else and be...
Yeah, that's true. All of those are good things. This guy stinks. Exactly. He probably smells like Firebat, who is, you know, a very stinky individual. For those of you who don't know, Firebat is known for shitting in the shower and stomping their poop down the drain. You know? Also, what the fuck, bro? How the fuck did we even... Dude, this guy recommended to so many people for no reason. I'm guessing that, like, it's YouTube is like, okay, we gave you the window of time where we recommend this slop to people, and now we're gonna like recommend you to less people now. But dude, 37,000. What the fuck, bro? How? What the fuck, bro? What? And like most of them are like just people like scrolling. But I mean, like, dude, what the bro? What is happening? I don't understand YouTube. But I'm guessing that this is the part of the stream where YouTube is like, no, Femyoz, we will not give you more viewers. I'm angry at you, or whatever. I don't know. No, YouTube's not angry at me, because then I could just restart the stream and get even more. That's what I did last time. I didn't think I was going to get more than I did on the previous stream, but I did. I am. And that's so cool and awesome, guys. Isn't that so cool and awesome? Don't you love to see it? Also, I need some water. I'm very sorry, chat. Chat, this live stream is sponsored by H2O. The greatest beverage of all time. That is right, everyone. Make sure to drink it. It's good for you. I'm gonna faint if I don't drink it, guys. Drink H2O, folks. It's good for you. You might think you're not thirsty, but you are. You are thirsty. Drink your water right now. Are you trans? Yes. No, I'm just able to do this. Oh my god, I can't even... Okay, well, I was about to say... No, I'm able to do this voice, but I'm like messing it up. I mean, ugh. Whatever, man. You get the point. I can kind of do a guy voice. But, like, not fully. You know, I can just sort of, like, you know, I'm like okay at it.
Scared about what the retaliation would be because of what you did in a day. And I wanted to be that because they gave security. The LGBTQ world gave safety. They gave security, and that's all I wanted. But it was a false sense of security.
I'm hydrophobic. You're scared of water? Okay, well, then drink water anyway, okay?
It was never where I was supposed to be because they themselves didn't feel secure with who they are.
Well, you don't know that. You're just projecting at that point. You have no idea what they felt. You have no idea if they were insecure, if that was a you problem. You know?
Oh, you see this world that they created and you make it your own. But when you make
self-hating weirdo,
it your own, you start realizing that this is a mask. That it's actually a munch.
No, dumbass. It is quite literally the opposite. The only time I was wearing a mask was before I transitioned. Okay, that was when I was wearing the biggest mask. Okay? This is closer to me being unmasked, right? Like, what can I say?
Immense amount of brokenness that you find.
Like, I still have some level of dysphoria, but like, again, that's because I went through male puberty and have male secondary sex characteristics. So it's like, yeah, of course. Of course, I as a dysphoric trans person will have that issue.
In that world.
You look great, girly. Thank you.
And that brokenness becomes your own because you try to navigate the world with a face and it becomes impossible.
It's impossible, guys. Oh no. Not navigating the world with a face. That's so scary. Oh god, the horror.
To a point where I felt like I couldn't go on. Where I told God, it's either you encounter me or I end my life.
Yo, so true. Yo, thank you very much, Charlie and Co. NPSC, for the 3 Australians saying, I'm actually a D-trans, but now I'm androgynous, lols. Hell yeah. And like, dude, people will see me making this fucking live stream and be like, oh, Femyoz hates detransitioners. It's like, no. There are detransitioners that watch me, but the ones that like me are the ones that aren't grifters. The ones that don't take the fact that they detransition and are like, oh, well, I regret transitioning, so no other trans people should be allowed to transition even though it saves their lives and makes them not miserable or suicidal. You know? And it's like, well, I mean, yeah, you look awesome. Thank you. Thank you.
Because I didn't know how to be the queen anymore. My power became unstable. It didn't matter how many men I
He's losing his powers. He's losing his superpowers, guys.
slept with.
And at this time, I want to
Debate Mary Chu. Is Mary Chu willing to debate me? Is she even willing to do that?
just make it clear for people. You were full-on dressing female,
Yes.
makeup 24/7
On
almost.
hormone blockers.
Are you on hormone blockers?
I was.
Wow.
I was on my way to doing my sex change, because with that, they tell you that there's a certain
What do you mean by doing your sex change? Were you even on HRT? You said you're on hormone blockers. You go straight from hormone blockers to sex change? That doesn't make any sense. Also, what is this fucking awful background? What is the background?
period in which you have to prepare.
Yes.
You have to, add a certain amount of estrogen into your body. You have to do certain things in order to do that. Your muscles has to be a certain way in order for you to grow breasts and in order for you to do all of that. So I was solidly on all of that every day. But it made me sick. My body reacted. My voice changed.
Well, it's a good thing that you can just like go off of hormones or go off of puberty blockers if that's an issue.
But deep as my voice was, I constantly took more and more medication in order to inflect it higher. But that made me even more sick.
Okay, well then because you're not taking the amount that was prescribed, that's the issue, is you weren't taking the amount that you were prescribed. Did you think that HRT was going to make your voice higher? What a fucking idiot. HRT doesn't do that. Wait, are they claiming that HRT makes your voice higher? Wait.
That every day in order for you to do all of that. So I was solidly on all of that every day. But it made me sick. My body reacted. My voice changed. But
No, estrogen doesn't change your voice. Testosterone does. Estrogen doesn't make your voice higher. Voice training does. This guy is such an obvious fucking grifter. He never transitioned. He's not even a detransitioner. He is lying to you. He is lying through his teeth, okay? This stupid fucking paintbrush motherfucker, okay, is lying through his teeth. It's very obvious because anyone that has ever medically transitioned knows, okay? Anyone that's transitioned from male to female knows that estrogen does not make your voice higher. That is a lie. That is bullshit. And any trans woman knows that it's bullshit. Every single trans woman that is medically transitioning knows. Okay?
deep as my voice was, I constantly took more and more medication in order to inflect it higher. But
That's not how estrogen works. Estrogen doesn't make your voice higher, you fucking idiot. But you wouldn't know that because you were never trans. You never medically transitioned. You're a lying, grifting piece of shit. You're doing this shit for money, and it's so obvious that you never went through this. You never transitioned.
That made me even more sick. I would go home being the queen the whole day, and suddenly I go home and I'm not well because
Because they were just taking too much estrogen. Where were you getting it from? Where were you getting it from? I'm curious. What were you being prescribed? How were you taking extra? Or was it injections? Because that's the only way, is if you were taking injections.
you take these things and you don't realize the effects it has.
Take these things, so most likely pills? You only get the amount of pills that you're prescribed, so you wouldn't be able to take extra, like he's describing. Unless he managed to get DIY, but I doubt it considering how little he fucking knows about transitioning. The fact that he thinks that estrogen will magically make your voice higher, it doesn't.
On your body.
Yeah.
And now suddenly a common flu takes you 3-4 weeks to recover from, simply because you're dealing with this. Because there's a
Right.
bunch of crap that's running into your body, into your system, that's not normal. Your body
But I don't have this issue. Other trans people don't have this issue. You were describing you taking more than what you were prescribed somehow magically. Oh, and also you think that estrogen makes your voice higher. It doesn't. And we're meant to take you seriously. We're meant to believe that you're an actual detransitioner when you're obviously lying.
doesn't know how to handle that, because the estrogen and the testosterone would constantly be fighting each other.
Yes.
No, they wouldn't. That's what the T blockers are for. You have no idea what you're talking about. You're fucking clueless. You just said that you were on a fucking T blocker like a minute ago. You were on a T blocker and estrogen. Estrogen being something that naturally suppresses testosterone to a degree. Some people who inject estrogen actually are on monotherapy. That's a thing, by the way. Just saying. But like aside from that, like generally it's going to be better to also have a T blocker just to make sure. But like, no, that they wouldn't be fighting, because you'd be on a T blocker. You would have T levels comparative or lower to that of the average cis woman. And then your estrogen levels would be comparative to that of the average cis woman. So no, there would be no conflicting hormones. That's not Like, it's obvious that he was never trans. If he was, he wouldn't be saying this shit. Because any trans person knows that this is not the process. This is not how HRT works. This is not the process you go through as a trans person. And he is lying to an audience full of cis people that don't know this.
The testosterone grows naturally, and now you put this estrogen in there, and the two things don't know what it's doing.
No, that's what the T blocker is for. But, like, holy shit, you are a fucking moron. Do you know what a T blocker is? Or are you too stupid of a grifter to even know that?
And with that, solidly sleeping with makeup, I never wanted to not be the queen.
You slept with makeup on. What a fucking moron. You slept with makeup on. You slept with makeup on. Why? Why would you do that to yourself? You are an idiot.
Was wearing, you know, my wigs. I was wearing my acrylic.
You were wearing your wigs while sleeping. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit. You were not wearing your wigs and makeup while sleeping. Do you know how fucking annoying that would be? Just think about it for 5 seconds. If you think about it for 5 seconds, you will quickly realize, no, actually, he obviously didn't fucking do that because nobody would ever do that. No one would do that. I'm sorry. You are lying. You did not do that. You did not fucking sleep in your wig. That'd be one of the most annoying fucking things ever.
I was wearing my makeup every day. You would never have seen me in flat shoes or without, you know, me being in a full face of makeup, because for me, I felt that was my power.
What, makeup? That you never take off? You just like wear the makeup while why while you're sleeping? Like that's bad for your skin. Like, are you trying to like get wrinkles? Are you trying to look like Gordon Ramsay by the age of 35? Like what? I'm gagged. Like what is our goal here?
When I walked in there, you know, you have RuPaul who says, you know, every time you bat an eyelash, you make a political statement. And
what? You walked in there? Like you met RuPaul in person? Wait, I thought you were trans rather than a drag queen, but now you're like a full-time drag queen, apparently? Question mark?
I felt that that was everything that I ever wanted, to make that statement everywhere I went, because I was so angry at the world that I wanted to show the world.
Yeah, sleeping in makeup is the fakest thing you claim to do. Like, okay, I would understand if we're talking about like, okay, like, yeah, like, okay, you sleep with somebody for the first time, and maybe you're a little bit self-conscious and you want to look good when you're getting railed, and then you get tired and you fall asleep. Fine, whatever. Fine, that's fair. But like every night sleeping in makeup and your wig, like come on. Come on.
That you won't break me, even though I knew I was extremely shattered inside. And with that, I
would be shattered inside too if I was falling asleep in a full face of makeup and a wig. Like, yeah, wearing makeup to bed is one thing. I can understand doing that if you're tired, but a wig? That would be fucking uncomfortable as shit. At the very least, like, okay, again, I understand if you're like lazy as fuck and you're really tired, right? You just had a really intense sex and you just want to fall asleep. Then just take off the wig. Take off the wig if nothing else. Nobody is sleeping in a wig because that takes 1 second to take off.
Eventually, I was always on fire for God, but I could never figure out how these two things exist because this agenda kept being pushed onto me.
But you said that before you even had any idea what this quote-unquote agenda was, that you had the desire to be a girl. So, no, you're wrong. Like, nobody convinced you of that. Because you had the desire, independent of what anybody said, and then discovered it after that, based on your own recollection of events.
And I kept believing it, but I still encountered God. In worship, I would still feel him there, not necessarily his presence, but I would...
I've fallen asleep in 6-inch heels that hurt. Okay, yeah, but like, there's a difference between falling asleep in something stupid one time versus falling asleep intentionally, okay, like every night wearing makeup and a wig on purpose. Not because you're too tired or lazy to take off, but because you want to fall asleep in that. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you do that to yourself?
Feel that this is the love of God, so why don't I experience it the way other people do? I would sing songs and not understand it, and that's where my hatred towards the Christian community started. Without
all of the Christian community, because for me, like, I just don't fuck with the Christians that are like weird and anti-trans and bigoted and shit. Like, there are plenty of Christians that I'm cool with. Same thing with Muslims. There's plenty of Muslims that I'm cool with. There are plenty of, Orthodox Jewish people that I'd be cool with. Like, it only becomes a problem when people try forcing their bullshit religious worldview onto me and try, convincing me to fucking detransition. Like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Without me realizing, I progressed into the sex occult, where I was constantly just taught that there's a certain way in which you lean into people's animalistic tendencies and into their lust.
I'm going to be real. I don't believe you for a second. As someone that's been, openly queer, since I was 18, and as somebody that started HRT at 19 and came out as trans shortly after, I'm going to be real. I didn't have this issue. Like, this sounds made up. This does not sound like the queer community that I know. I'm just saying. It sounds like a caricature almost. It sounds like what a straight person who is terrified of gay people and trans people would come up with if they've never interacted with us before.
In order to take them out of their core, in order to take them out of their purpose, in order to prevent them from reaching what God has for them. Now, I wasn't taught God, but that's essentially what it was.
Yes.
Pursuing these men to be able to take them out, where it started off very subtly, as it always does.
Right,
it started off in crowds, in groups where I would be around certain people and we would be intent on, if I go out with those friends, I would probably end up sleeping with a married man because that's what they're into. And
okay, well, that's on you. That has nothing to do with being queer. That's just like you being a bad person that's like willing to engage in cheating. Like, fucking come on.
You think that crowd is just into that kink, but you don't realize that for them, it's an assignment.
Yeah, dude. Me, when I have a cheating on my wife kink, me when I'm a Republican 40-year-old man, and I have Grindr installed on my phone so I can cheat on my wife behind her back. That's my favorite fetish, guys. My favorite kink, if you will.
For you, you just want to be popular. You just want to be friends with all of these people, and now you just go with the flow. And eventually I started realizing that I myself was in this world being taught this, but it made me feel powerful. It made me
right. Again, as a member of the queer community who's been openly queer for a while, I'm gonna be real. This isn't really a thing. This isn't really common. I'm sorry.
Feel in control, being able to go after these men. And
me, when I feel in control by committing adultery, let's fucking go.
Though they consented, persecute them, abuse them, just completely demoralize them to take back the power that I felt was taken away from me at my home.
So what you're saying is you were a dominant sadist. Like, okay, yeah, that's called BDSM. As long as it's consensual, who cares? The issue is if they're cheating on their wife. Like,
because I went for people that resembled what my father represented in the household.
Very Freudian, very Freudian.
These strong, powerful men who were alpha males, who were very strong, very robust.
Dude, me when I peg the alpha males, let's go.
Very muscular. And with that, I wanted to go and I wanted to attack that. Once
committing adultery, fuck, that goes hard for a Christian.
My friends started realizing that
this is such a psyop to make the LGBT look like degenerates. Yeah, it's like he's trying to describe why gay and trans people are bad and then explaining how he's just like a deranged psychopath. And it's like, if you were straight and did all the same things, that would be just as bad. That has nothing to do with being gay or trans.
That's what I'm into. It slowly started.
Dude, I'm into committing adultery, guys.
Shifting from just sex to being an assignment, where we would intentionally pray about that and try to locate these people.
What do you mean pray about it?
So they would sit in circles and they would say, we're now going to pray and we're going to try to locate somebody. And then...
What are we fucking saying, dude? Well, like, what fucking schizo was given access to the script? Jesus Christ.
We would find certain people and they would get names and whatever. I never understood it.
So before you go on, I just want to say, because people are watching up until here.
Yeah, me when I'm praying with my group of friends in the circle jerk to locate somebody. Oh my god, guys, we found Waldo. That's how you win at Where's Waldo, guys?
That if you want to hear...
oh my god, we found Epstein. That's actually how they found out about Palm Beach Pete, guys. Is they got in the big circle jerk and started praying to find him.
Your whole testimony. We actually did a longer version that's fully focused your testimony, that they can go there. The video will be as a card up here, and they can watch
what bullshit.
The whole documentary after they watch this show. But I want you to carry on with what you were just saying now.
Oh my, there's like an even longer thing? There's an even longer thing? Okay.
So it was like a satanic cult.
Yes.
Almost. Yeah. We were praying to Satan.
It's like a satanic cult. Or fucking come on.
Were you just praying?
Were you praying to Satan? And we're meant to take this serious. Come on. So this cult you were in, this LGBT cult, were you guys gathering in a circle and praying to Satan? Huh?
Remote viewing, was it more New Age? Was it satanic in nature? Was it Luciferian?
It was satanic in nature because...
Dude, being gay is like when you get in a big circle and start praying to Satan and committing adultery. Two things that have nothing to do with sexual orientation, by the way. Yeah, dude, I'm only 15 minutes into this bullshit. No way we're getting through the whole fucking thing.
We would be sitting and blood would be shed and they would tell me that they're not going to go into a room and they're going to do this thing and they're going to slaughter a goat or they're going to kill some sort of animal. And
we're just making shit up. We're just saying anything. We're literally just saying anything.
then they would come out and they would say, okay, we're going to go to this club. There's these people there. I want you to look out for someone who fits this description or that description. And then we would go and I would find those people there. And I would obviously be impressed by this power that these people held.
This power. Guys, when I was a part of the gay community, okay, I had special supernatural powers. No normal person's gonna watch this and fall for this bullshit. Anyone that's queer or gay or trans or whatever is gonna know that it's a bunch of bullshit, right? We all know that it's fucking stupid, right? It's like, who is this for? Well, it's obviously for Christians that are already scared of gay and trans people. It's just some dumb fear-mongering bullshit, you know?
And having had dealt with an issue of power, I couldn't understand why would someone not want this? And I started recruiting. Even though I didn't understand anything that was really happening, for me, I was like, this is how you regain control. This is how you...
Right, yeah, so true, dude. This is how you regain control, guys, is, satanic rituals and committing adultery. Let's fucking go, dude. It's like, what? Again, what does this have to do with being gay?
Reshape your reality.
Yes.
Because they introduced me to that world and I couldn't understand. How can you go into a room and you come out and you give me a description? 2 weeks later, you're telling me we're going to go to that.
This has to be a made-up story. It obviously is. We all know that he's bullshitting. We all know it's fucking made up. I think that goes without saying.
Event, we're going to go to this and I would find those people there. And then obviously I would sleep with them and the sex would be ethereal. It would be on another level without...
I highly doubt it was that good.
Spiritual to a degree.
It was. Because...
The spiritual sex.
But
okay,
I didn't want to stop.
Sex is not spiritual.
The more and more I wanted, the more I got a taste of it, the more I wanted it. Up until the point where I realized that this is not what I want for myself. Because then...
Wow. Crazy.
I checked myself one day. I remember I was looking myself in the mirror and I said, gee, here you are. You just had an orgy yesterday. You had an orgy this morning. You've already slept with 2 other people.
Dude, it sounds like when a fake alpha male podcaster lies about how many people they've slept with. It's like you have no conception of how this works or how much time that would take and how much planning it would take to fucking sleep with that many fucking people. Like, Jesus Christ. That combined with your supposed 5-hour skincare routine that you claimed to have in the other video. Like, come on. Who is falling for this shit? Who fucking buys this?
What are we doing? And I couldn't understand.
What are we doing? That's a great question.
What had happened? Because for me, I was just thirsting after this power. I was thirsting after this sensation that I would feel when I do that. And I couldn't understand what was happening. And then when I introspected and I looked at my life, I couldn't recognize myself. But I had been so far gone and the queen had become so known and respected in that world.
Again, it just sounds like some fucking, like, the queen. Like, this is obviously written by some, like, random straight dude that, like, has no experience with queer people. Like, they're conflating drag queens with trans people. Like, it's literally in the name. Oh, yeah, I went by the queen. It's like, oh, it's like the drag queen. Oh my God, which is, like, trans people. And it's like, oh, and apparently they met RuPaul. And we're meant to believe this.
Because here you now go from, just being some idiot, and though I still was very idiotic in that
right, but now you're totally intelligent. You're totally not a fucking moron now, right?
sense. But now you go to being a recruiter. You're bringing other people in here. You are the one hosting the party, so you are in control. You
mean what you're doing with Christianity now? But your weird delusional Christian cult is so much better than like people being allowed to be themselves, of course.
Came a new sense of power for me, where
it reads like literotica about a trans girl written by a cis man. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. It's almost like it was written by a cis guy.
I could now command, and I could now, at my discretion, decide what we're going to.
Dude, it was Commander Queen, okay, or Commander G, or what the fuck? He said his name. It was, I don't remember what it sounded like. Gideon, okay, fucking dude, Commander Gideon over here. All right, fucking Commander Gideon had an army of transgenders to command. Okay, guys, all right, dude, fucking Commander Gideon, or Captain Gideon over here.
Sir, yes, sir. No, it is ma'am, not sir. Ma'am, yes, ma'am. We are at your service, Captain Gideon. Yes, we will now recruit more transgenders for the transgender army. Ma'am, yes, ma'am. I actually identify as Joe Biden's butt plug today. Joe Biden's butt plug. Yes, Joe Biden's butt plug. Hell yeah, dude. Dude, so true. So fucking true. That's exactly what happened.
Do and how we're going to do it. And they would still go into their little room and do their things and come out and tell me, and I would command the stage and produce this thing into my more sadistic tendencies, into what I wanted, because
Dude, he was the commander of the gay club, guys, all right? He had the transgender army at his disposal.
Constantly strive to take back the power I lost.
Yeah, Colonel Cauliflower over here out fucking enlisting. True. Fucking true.
But I could never. So I became more abusive and I became more aggressive in that world. And because of that, they enjoyed it. I was celebrated for it, because here
Yeah, that's called BDSM.
you come, these powerful men saying, you know, they are a CFO at this company and a president at this one and a CEO and a board member. They have all of this money. They'll put...
But at the gay club, okay, they are under the command of Captain Gideon.
20K
okay?
on the table. And I wanted...
All right, our favorite IDF soldier.
That here I am, a nobody, you know, going home to my extremely idiotic and mediocre life. But here I am in this world where I'm celebrated and I have power. And I get to tell you, who just put 20K on this table, that you need to do this and this and this to please me. And they would...
Yo, that's epic, dude. So like, bro, he was like farming like conservative men for money. That's actually based, okay? I can't even lie.
Be there, lying on the floor, being whipped and chained, all for my satisfaction. And I didn't want that to stop.
Yeah, that's called BDSM.
I leaned more into it, even though I hated myself more and more every time I did it.
Yeah, well, most people that engaged in BDSM don't actually hate themselves for it. So, like, I don't know. That sounds like a skill issue. Sounds like a you problem.
The power became to such an extent that I didn't know how to stop it. I didn't know how to get out of it. And that's where eventually...
He didn't know how to stop doing BDSM. What? You just don't do it anymore. You just don't do it. You take a break. It's fine. Like,
in 2024, I had moved out of my parents' home the year before that, and I moved in by myself. I was doing
2024.
all of these things, and now you have to be independent, and you have to start, you know, I told myself, you have to now be an adult. You have to be serious about my life. And I started doing a lot more introspection, and the hunger for God came back.
What did you do? Fucking eat the Bible? It's like, dude, I'm so hungry for God. And then he fucking grabs a Bible and starts eating all of the pages. So fucking delicious, dude. I'm so fucking hungry for God. Like, dude, fucking come on. Fucking come on, dude.
Even though I was still in all of that chaos, it came back, because here I am trying to do right. Not do right in the sense of work, but trying to be a good person, not be this evil, sadistic person. I was a leader at my work.
How is it evil if both parties are enjoying it? I'm confused. Who is harmed by it if both people are enjoying it? Like if there's a sadomasochistic dynamic that's consented upon and agreed upon, and both parties enjoy it, what's the issue?
Place, and I would go there and I would fire everybody. You just look at me wrong and I would set you up. The next few months would just be awful for you to such an extent, because I have a law degree where I would set you up for failure, and I would make sure that we get rid of you one way or another.
Yes.
And I didn't want to do that anymore. I didn't recognize who I saw myself to be in the mirror. And from that,
So then you decided to get the worst haircut of all time, and now you love yourself.
I wanted to be with God because I had experienced him before, but everywhere I went, I didn't experience him in that way. And I told God,
dude.
okay, well, then it's just going to be me and you. We're going to do this thing together, and I'm just going to be on fire for you.
What? Did you have gay sex with him or what?
I'm still going to do my corruption and my chaos. And even in that, he never asked me to change. I just kept showing up for him. And eventually, fast forward to when I came to Encounter, my friend and I were church hopping because she had advised me to form part of something. And she was saying, well, you're saying you're on fire for God. Let's go and find a church. Let's join something. And
I'm on fire for God. Again, this just sounds like it was written by like the most obvious. It's either written by a grifter or ChatGPT.
knew that, you know,
Like this is some fucking ChatGPT ass story, man.
she doesn't know the church hurt I have and the things that I've gone through. And I just went along because with that, it was the only friend that didn't come from that darkness.
Yes.
So I want.
Actually, no, I'm going to say, I think it's too stupid to be ChatGPT written. Like there's specific details about trans people and whatnot. And gay people and all that shit that ChatGPT wouldn't say. I think that like they put their time and energy into writing this fucking goy slop. Okay?
To be where she was.
Yes. Okay.
Because though she had her brokenness, she was full of light. And I was just like, I don't want to be there because if I do that, I know what I'm going to do. My anger is going to be unleashed. I'm going to get off my leash and I'm just going to go rampant. And I didn't want.
Oh no, he's going to be off his leash. Wait, so is he like a puppy boy? Is he into pet play? I'm a little bit lost.
I don't want to do that anymore. And so I eventually came to Encounter Church and...
Wow, that's fucking epic. What's even more epic is the fact that I desperately need to fucking pee, guys. Guys, I really, 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 really need to pee. Okay, now what does that mean? What does that mean for you guys? Well, for you guys... Okay, for you guys, what that means is we're gonna take a look at my old content while I pee. Okay, guys, we're gonna watch my past live stream from like, you know, whenever the fuck I did this fucking bullshit. Okay, guys, I did you? Thanks, past Femyoz. All right, take it away, past Femyoz. All right, I was actually covering the same person. Okay. Be right back, because this person is a grifter. All right? The person that I'm reacting to, that is. So yeah, be right back, guys. I will let past me do all the talking. I'm gonna go piss girly. See y'all in a little bit. As in like a minute. Maybe 2 minutes if I'm feeling a little bit slow. Be right back. Definitely not a detransition grifter. Who would do that? You know? Aside from the many instances in which there are people that grift, I mean, there's basically no instances of that. So anyways... yeah, we're gonna be taking a look at Transgender tells all after encounter with God. Yay!
For most of my life, I thought I was a woman. I always thought I was going to be someone's wife, somebody's mother. The only place where...
But then he found God, and now he's cisgender. He's not transgender anymore. I love how we're starting this off with like a fucking movie trailer. Oh wow, guys, this is intense. Guys, it's like a movie trailer.
I felt safe was in that crowd, in the LGBTQ community. I was powerless in my house. Here I come home, and my mother is beaten half to death. Slowly, the Holy...
Wow, that's epic. But guys, the Holy Spirit saved me from my father beating my mother, guys.
But it was able to start moving because due to the fact that there was no judgment, my walls came down, and suddenly I could receive. I remember coming out of my...
No judgment. No judgment, guys. We're going to keep that in mind.
And she looked at me and she said something that has stuck with me since then. She said, "You look like a boy."
Wow. Riveting stuff. Yeah, probably because you went through male puberty. No shit.
Where do I start? Oh, wow.
Where do you start?
My name is
God,
Jidinio
guys.
Hamza.
Hello, Jidinio. More like Gideon, am I right?
And at some stage in my life, for most of my life, I thought I was a woman.
Right. What changed?
I always thought I was going to be someone's wife, somebody's mother. And
wow.
How
Incredible.
that came about, growing up, I did not have the presence of my parents a lot.
Okay, and? There are plenty of people that don't have the presence of their parents that are cisgender. So, clearly there's not really a causal factor there, because that's not something that's been established. So what could be the case?
They were there. We lived in the same house, but we did not share the same reality.
What does that mean? You mean you believed different things? Interesting.
They were very focused on the brokenness in their marriage, the unfaithfulness.
Guys, the broken marriage between my parents made me transgender.
And here we have my grandmother, who acted as a matriarch of the family.
Wow, that's epic. Guys, my grandmother being there made me transgender, guys. That's right. Let's see. Why do so many... Okay, guys, we're back. I'm sorry. I just really had to pee. Okay, guys, we're back. We're so fucking back. Okay, that was such a good piss. I had a fun piss, okay? Guys. Anyways. Sorry, where were we? Oh, right. We were, doing a thing, I think. Yeah. You're welcome for doing the description. Okay, guys, we're gonna watch some more Goy Slop. Okay, don't worry, guys. We're watching more Goy Slop. I wasn't gonna stop.
The love I felt there from the people first made me realize that the love of God is real. And that...
Oh my God, Israel mentioned? Dude, shout out to the big Yahoo guys.
It is...
Just kidding, fuck that guy.
Possible for me to experience it as well. That it's not something that's far off for somebody else, that it is something that can find me too. Because walking into encounter, you know, from the parking lot, I was manifesting. I just wanted somebody to say something. You know, I wanted someone to look at me.
Guys, I was manifesting. You know, the thing that totally works by the way. Yeah, notoriously. Yeah, notorious for being super effective.
Funny, and that just didn't happen. And here I am. 3 weeks later, I remember saying to my friend, I don't understand. I'm still in the parking lot waiting for somebody to say something and to look at me funny. And here I am 3 weeks later going to every service, showing up, because that never happened. That judgment was never there. And it kept me there without me even realizing. I would just ask her, are we going to church? And she said, of course, I'm going. Are you going? And I'd be like, yeah, of course.
Right. Dude, how much does he yap? Okay, oh, thank God they have, like, little fucking chapters. Encounter the church. Realizing the whole... Dude, let's see what the fuck this bullshit is. This part's boring. Okay.
Going for it. Yes. And nothing's happening. And then I had to ask myself, now, what is this actually? What is this actually? Because number one, I don't understand what the prophet is preaching. I don't understand anything that they're saying.
Wait. Okay, all right, let's go back a little bit.
Actually just fall in love with God, because here I am...
Isn't God, like, also a guy? Like, doesn't he use he, him? Isn't that gay?
Trying to attack these people. In other churches, it's easy. After a few weeks, I get you. Now I come into a church like Encounter, and I'm constantly pursuing. I'm actively going for it. Yes. And nothing's happening. And then I had to ask myself, now, what is this actually? What is this actually? Because,
oh my God, guys, the church is woke.
Because number one, I don't
shit.
understand what the prophet is preaching. I don't understand anything that they're saying.
What, were they speaking gibberish? What are we talking about?
Maybe go and educate yourself as an academic. Sit down and maybe just read. Maybe just...
Also, if you can't understand anything that the prophet is saying, or the supposed prophet, and the information is not readily accessible to the layman person, what that indicates is that they're probably, well... full of shit. They're not meant to be understood. They're not trying to be understood. They're trying to say things that prop themselves up, right? That's actually a big sign of someone who is a grifting piece of shit that wants to sound more intelligent than they actually are, is if they go out of their way to use the most confusing terminology possible, right? If they're going out of their way to make it as confusing and difficult to understand as they can. Now, that doesn't mean that just because you can't understand something, that it necessarily indicates that the person's a grifter or that they're, like, trying to come across as more intelligent than they actually are. Okay, I'm not saying that at all. But if you can't understand anything that your supposed prophet is saying, that's a huge fucking red flag. Well, somebody calling himself a prophet is already a red flag in its own right, but that's neither here nor there, right?
Test whether or not what he's saying is real, because you've been...
Israel mentioned again. This hyper-religious stuff proper gives me the creeps. It just sounds like... It just sounds so schizophrenic to me. Yeah, same. Loker genuinely same.
Been taught this one thing and you believe that for such a long time, but now it's not that somebody's teaching you something else. You're seeing the fruits of something else. Where
What do you mean seeing the fruits of something else?
You realize this isn't happy clappy. This isn't a hype message. These people actually move in something that you cannot attack, that you cannot take out. Doesn't matter how hard you try. And
yeah, because we are fireback hurt.
and I eventually wanted to just be there. I wanted to experience what they're experiencing, because then that hunger and thirst for God came back, that I had experienced at 9 years old, at 12 years old, at 15 years old.
Wow.
Where constantly I would experience it and something would take me out. And here I am, finally in a place where I can sit and I can actually experience him, and it's okay. It's okay.
How do you know that you're experiencing
Okay
him?
for me to fall apart with all of my mess, and God would just be there to hold me together, where I'm not only under the right word, but there's something real.
He's obviously bullshitting. We already know that, like, he's like, I mean, he's told his like fake story about transgenderism, and now dude, like, this is obviously to promote some like bullshit fucking like church, most likely. But making fun of grifters is always fun. Dude, I want to see, what is letting go of the queen? I want to see that. And then, dude, we could get the Charlie Kirk segment. We could do the Charlie Clanker segment maybe after. You know,
It is that you are, because I'm going to love you either way. And in that, by me just letting it go.
I love you. I just don't think that you should be allowed to be yourself, actually.
Not just having
you should be forced to have dysphoria and
faith, but just trusting that he's just going to do it. That even though I'm not hearing anything, that he'll just do it. That if he did it for other people, he'll do it for me.
But that's just like a false assumption, because like that's not how that works.
And then it just happened. It just happened where he just showed up for me where I didn't want to.
Really? Is that so? How do you know? If God is this guy that always shows up, why are there so many prayers unanswered? Why do people that pray to God die of cancer anyways? Like, make it make sense.
Go back. Everything, you know, there was a point where the deliverance of the queen had started without me realizing. God had just touched me without me trying to work it, without me trying to figure it out. I was sitting in my house and my makeup just started burning.
And this was after church service.
After
your makeup started burning. What the what fucking makeup were you using? Was that shit expired? Why is it burning? Your makeup should not be burning.
a church service, after an AM service, simply because I was talking about my encounters with God. Time and time again, what I had experienced.
Your makeup burned because you were talking about your encounters with God. I don't think that's how makeup works.
At Encounter Church, being laid hands on, going through this, going through that, you know.
Now, I'm sure that it would irritate your skin to have makeup on when you fucking sleep, right? That's obviously not good for your skin, but like, other than that, like, but that has nothing to do with God. That's just bad skincare.
The fellowship, the e-groups.
Yeah, like, what is he using? Fucking lead makeup? Like, what are we saying?
Me talking about God, me talking about the church, me talking about my experience there, immediately my body started reacting in a sense of my makeup started burning. I wanted to take off for the first time in my life, I wanted
your makeup started burning. I don't believe you. I'm sorry. This is just fucking made up.
To tie my hair up. I wanted to take my makeup off, take off my jewelry, take off my heels. Where
really,
as a point before that, anybody who knows me from that life would know I would never be seen in public without a full face of makeup or with heels. And for the rest of that story, you know, we went into great detail in the card above for the documentary that we did.
For people just to know, this is a very, you're touching on different things for this interview we're going into.
Bro, they have like a fucking, bro, what bullshit fucking, oh God.
More different areas.
Yes.
That is a deep dive on your testimony. And you know exactly what the life did and what you experienced and how you encountered God.
Yeah, are we sure it's like Jesus and not just like a regular allergic reaction to like your fucking lead makeup?
But moving on from that, I mean, the deliverance started there. I went back to that church service and I just knew I didn't want to go back. Even though I was still...
It's crazy how this like doesn't actually fucking happen. It's like a made up story. Dude, rest in God versus torment of identity. All right, let's see. What is this? Let's find out.
Or convince yourself into becoming. It's something that's just there, and he'll just rest on that. And that is powerful because that's what the demonic never could do. The demons constantly, they pushed me.
Yeah, dude, the demons made me transgender, guys.
To want to do more. was always
Really?
do more, do more. You haven't done enough. That's why you feel depressed, because you haven't done enough. You haven't done this. And here comes God, and he's just
Yo, so true. The demons are forcing me to transition, guys. I have no other choice because the demons. I must find God and detransition, guys. That's how you fight the demons.
just puts me in his hand, holds me there, and just I can rest in his sovereignty. That he'll just
Oh, thank goodness for
handle
that.
it. He'll just handle it. A lot of the times people ask me, why do I refer to him as sovereign? That's the first revelation that ever came to me. Because he's above all principalities. He's above all. When we say that he's King of Kings, he's King first. Doesn't matter who.
Okay, that's epic. I want to find out about Charlie Kirk. Okay, what do they have to say about Charlie Kirk?
It came out.
All right, dude. Let's see how they grift for this. Okay.
In the wake of what happened the last 2 weeks with Charlie Kirk, we see it came out. The shooter came out, and you know,
They came out as gay and trans, or
he's
what?
busy through confession right now in court, and it came out that he's transgender.
But that's just a fucking lie. That aged like milk. We all knew it was bullshit, but I mean, come on.
Came out or in a relationship with somebody with that's transgender. Sorry, and a lot of
Great. Yeah.
the messages came out, and it was proved that he was influenced by certain by certain
Yeah, so true. Okay, the transgenders made him shoot Charlie Kirk. So true. So true. Transgenderism killed Charlie Kirk, guys. Oh no.
extreme ideologies. He began to be influenced by certain extreme ideologies.
Like what? Transgenderism? Dude, transgenderism is when Charlie Kirk gets a neck boo-boo. Okay, guys? Holy shit. Counting not counting gang violence. Ah! Come on.
So I want to ask you this. Looking at the US, you see the left screaming Trump deranged syndrome, TDS.
No, the left actually doesn't say what?
You look at South Africa, we see that many of the left is unhinged. Okay, totally
Many of the left is unhinged. What are the leftists doing in South Africa?
unhinged, no emotional intelligence.
Yeah, right. As opposed to you, the very emotionally intelligent individual whose hair is fucking greasier than a fucking McDonald's fryer. Fucking the fucking McDonald's fryer has less grease than your hair. All right. Holy shit. Like his hair has enough grease, enough oil in it to fry to like create at least like, you know, to 20 Happy Meals out of. Jesus fuck.
No stability. Would you say there is a form of mental illness in some of these individuals? I'm not saying all, most. I mean, you got delivered.
In any group of people, but some of them are going to be mentally ill. That goes for right-wingers, leftists, apolitical people, you name it. But black people, white people, gay people, straight people, trans people, cis people. There's always going to be some proportion of them that are mentally ill. That goes without saying.
You look pretty well, and I believe deliverance is there for all. But is there a mental disposition or a disposition of a mental illness where somebody's moral compass is so distorted that the conscience is lacking and they can actually take somebody out just because they don't like what he's saying?
Yes, there is. I've seen it a lot amongst a certain, especially
Like, again, we're, like, meant to, like, feel sad about Charlie Kirk. Like, again, it's just, like...
the LGBTQ community. Because, number one, you have no identity. And number two...
No, it's the literal opposite. You absolutely have an identity if you're part of the queer community. What are you talking about?
Now we go into mental illness and what is actually happening in the brain. And now you start realizing these people are taking hormone blockers and these people are taking these funny type of drugs.
Some of them from a child's age. So
What? That we're talking about, like... We're talking about it as if people are just, like, taking, like, this mystery substance. It's like, no, we know what these things do, and that they're fairly fucking safe, and that the regret rate is extremely low for medical transition. It's 0.3%.
It's going to mess them up.
So your brain doesn't develop properly. And now you try...
Your evidence being... What exactly? I'm confused.
To put this person, this face, into the world. And now suddenly the world is attacking them simply because we're having a conversation about something, about abortion or about...
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, dude. The far-right conservative freaks are actually the most oppressed minority group in this country.
And now because you don't know who you are, you're hyped up on all of these drugs. Suddenly...
Dude, he's talking about it like people are taking fentanyl. What the fuck are we saying? What do you mean hyped up on all these drugs? It's fucking estrogen. You can't get high off of estrogen. That's not a thing.
You don't know how to process that specific emotion, how to process that conflict.
You don't know how to process that specific emotion of being high off of estrogen. It's basically just fentanyl, but gay. It's fentanyl for gay people.
Like, okay, dude.
How to process that inner conflict within yourself, which is actually just there for your development to ask questions.
Yes.
Towards yourself and to say, how do I, I don't agree with this person, why don't I agree with this person? And to really just develop your reasoning skills. And that's why I want to get reasoning skills, because they reason.
You mean the thing that you're lacking?
In their mind that their way is the right way. And they can't see any other way other than that.
Gee golly, who does that remind me of? Listen, I've changed my views on things quite a few fucking times. I've changed them quite extensively over the past however many fucking years. Why? Because I take in new information and if somebody makes an argument that demonstrates one of my views to be incorrect or in need of modification, guess what? I change my view on whatever the fuck it is. If I'm proven wrong about something.
Where is that stemmed from?
Yes.
Somewhere along the line, that person needs to, number one, get help, ask for help, and the right people need.
Yeah, the best way to do that if you're trans or dysphoric is to transition. That's the help that trans people need, but you're against that. You don't want us to get the help we need. You want us to go through conversion therapy instead and kill ourselves.
To help them. But when you go back to where it exists from, it's about a specific type of person struggling to comprehend that the world doesn't exist the way they exist.
What do you mean? The world doesn't exist the way that they exist. How does the world exist then?
Someone had to teach them a different world.
Really, is that so? Why is it the case then that at the age of 5 years old, I secretly wished I was born a girl? Why is that the case? Nobody taught me that. I wasn't taught that at a young age. No one was like,
hello, Femyoz. Hello, little guy. Hello, little Femyoz. At 5 years old, I am going to make you gay and transgender. Like, nobody did that. I didn't know what those things were. I didn't know any of that. I just knew that I wanted to be a girl. Nobody taught me that.
That's where I sometimes struggle to figure out when it comes to this mental illness thing, when it comes to people, because what makes you so radicalized that you
I'm radicalized because I want to treat my dysphoria? Huh?
refuse to accept reality? Who put this?
But like, what reality is being denied? You're implying a false belief. What is my false belief exactly? An identity claim? On the basis of a social categorization? How is that a false belief?
In you, and how did they do that? Because it can't just be a lack of identity, it can't just be confusion, it can't just be a lack of
No, it's actually quite the contrary. I'm actually less confused now than I would have been when I was LARPing as a guy. Okay?
parents being there. Somewhere along the line, you created a world that does not exist. And the actual reality contradicts this world. And now suddenly, the minute that there's some sort of stressor against your fabrication, you lash out because you're...
No, that's a description of most right-wingers. That's actually more descriptive of magatards and Christian fundamentalist freaks and people like the person talking. Again, I've changed my views quite extensively. Like, I have switched my views quite a bit organically over time. Not on the basis of what's convenient either. Trust me.
Brain didn't develop properly because you're on antidepressants, and Big Pharma is enjoying how sick you are and how extreme you want to put this in your mind. I mean, when you have depression...
What do you mean wanting to put this in your mind? What do you mean by that?
A lot of the times, especially in my world, where I come...
Notice how at this point in the podcast, he literally has an us versus them mentality. When he's literally one of us, that makes zero sense. Yeah, it's like, okay, so he's claiming that he used to be one of us. Gives a very inaccurate description of what it's like to be a trans person. It sounds like a straight cis guy who's like 65 years old describing what they think transgenderism is like in the woke agenda. Transgender and gay people are like when they do drag time story hour and satanic rituals. It's like the most obvious bullshit. Didn't even understand how hormone replacement therapy works at all. The thing that, like, the first thing you get explained when you're trans and want to medically transition. That's like the first thing you figure out, in many cases, in most cases at least. Like, if not, you figure out eventually if you transition medically. And it's like, you know, like, what are we fucking doing?
From in that LGBTQ community, these people make it their identity. I'm depressed. You know, I act this way because I'm depressed. And
well, sometimes that's true. Now, granted, I don't think that depression excuses bad behavior. Like, if you treat someone like shit, yeah, depression doesn't excuse that. right? But it can help you empathize with why somebody is the way that they are, right? Which can help you address it. It can help you help them if they want to be helped, right? If that's a behavior that they understand is maladaptive, whatever the behavior is. Now, if the behavior in question is like, oh, I don't know, like being gay or some bullshit like that, that's like actually not a problem, then it's like, well, okay. But if we're talking about something actually harmful, then like, yeah, sure.
Then suddenly the wrong ideology catches them and that becomes their thing and they just run with it.
Gee golly, who could that possibly remind me of, chat? Huh, I can't think of a single person. Can you find the broccoli-haired individual that this could describe on screen? I don't know, man. I can't find it anywhere, all right?
Because they don't know themselves what they stand.
And you know,
Oh, that's right. It's fucking this retard right here in front of you. With like the shittiest haircut I've ever seen.
Their thing and they just run with it because they don't know themselves what they stand.
and you know, a demon attaches itself to an ideology,
Yes.
to a doctrine.
Dude.
It's called doctrine of demons. So the left is a doctrine of demons. It's an ideology.
It is because
No, not the leftism demons. No.
the left believes a world and they try to push that world on everybody.
What is this world? Like we're being very vague here. By world, do you mean worldview? Yes, people that have worldviews try to argue in favor of their worldviews. Like that's that is what happens. That doesn't mean that they're wrong necessarily in of itself. That actually has no bearing on the correctness of what they believe. Like, make it make sense, dude.
everything they push it into, gender neutral bathrooms in a
Oh no, not gender neutral bathrooms. The horror. Can you explain who is harmed by gender neutral bathrooms? I'm confused. Because I actually would much rather use those. I benefit from them. Nobody is harmed by it. So it's like, what's the issue exactly? I'm confused.
in a school, and now suddenly you have a child who's 9 years old growing up seeing that. What else are they supposed to believe?
Seeing a gender neutral bathroom? What, are they gonna fucking die? What are we saying? Who cares? Who gives a fuck?
Yes.
Now you get a Christian saying, well, there's a male and a female. Obviously, all that child knows is chaos and confusion, that there's they, them, Caesar. And now suddenly
How many people are using Caesar? Come on.
you trying to bring
The only people that I see using Caesar are the fucking shardy, okay? If you want to see people using neo pronouns, you'll find it on Soy Jack Party, okay? You're not gonna find it anywhere else. I'm sorry. But I feel like that's the only place that it's commonly used.
truth to this person, but they're so far away from actual reality, this fiction in their mind, that they cannot comprehend it. And the left always gets it at childhood. This is why
For the children.
they go for the children. And how do you get to the children? Education.
Education.
No, it's actually quite the contrary. Did you know that sex ed actually reduces the rate at which children get, sexually assaulted? Like it actually increases the chances of them getting assaulted repeatedly if they're not educated and they don't know how to tell people. You know that, right? Like what you're advocating for is more CSA. That's what you're in favor of. That's the result of the policies that you advocate for.
You go through that education reform policy that
It's like, well, you're in favor of indoctrinating them into Christianity and your delusional worldview, and you don't want them to learn sex ed so that they're more likely to get molested and not know how to tell somebody. It's like, and we're meant to think that you're the good guy. You're the good guys here. Okay.
they have brought in since 2009, and you ask yourself, what exactly are we learning in life orientation? Caesar, we're learning that it's okay to
I'm sorry. Where the fuck are kids learning Caesar? Where is this happening? Where? Please. I'd love to know.
to be this other person. It's okay to call yourself, to identify as something else.
Yeah. Yes. You should be able to experiment with your identity. You should be able to explore your identity. Yeah. Yes. I don't see what the issue is. Why is that bad?
Really, these are the type of things that you find in your textbook.
But guys, I had trauma from seeing a gender neutral bathroom and exploring my identity. Like, it's like they try to make these things sound so scary, and it's like the most mundane shit ever. They allowed little Timmy to use the gender neutral bathroom? That's like where the transgenders pee. What if the transgender pee makes them transgender? They get infected by the transgender pee? and then they become transgender themselves. They explore their identity. Oh God, the horror! No, oh no, we can't have them think about stuff. That's bad. We must prevent them from asking questions. No questioning allowed. No exploration allowed. It's bad. No, you will identify as this thing that I say you must identify as, and you have no say in the matter. That's not grooming, but letting someone figure it out is grooming. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. A fucking gender neutral bathroom is grooming apparently. What are we saying?
And you study this in a textbook, and you read this, and you're like, this is written.
Really? Where is the textbook? Can you show us the textbook and where it's being used? Where is the textbook that says these are pronouns? What the fuck are we saying? Or oh, worst case scenario. Oh, it like briefly mentions it. Like, where the fuck are we? Where is this happening? Whoa, where is this influx of kids using ze/zer pronouns? Please enlighten me. I haven't seen it.
Out of a certain lens. And that brings me back to what I was saying, that they are so indoctrinated that an ideology gets taught to them at university and at college, which is still education, still a child. And then
right, but surely if we teach them a bunch of like unsubstantiated Christian claims instead, surely that's not indoctrination. Surely teaching them that actually there are transgender spirits that make you gay and transgender, and that the leftist Karl Marx spirits are gonna possess you. Yeah, that's not indoctrination, but telling a kid that they're more than welcome to explore their own gender identity, oh, that's too far. Don't you dare let them use different pronouns for a day. Oh, God, that is grooming. But you must convince them of your delusional Christian worldview, right?
Suddenly they turn radical.
Yes.
Because it's all they've ever seen. Does
this guy not realize that he's radical? Like, that he's, like, far right? And, like, a deranged Christian lunatic? Like, does he not realize, like, he has, like, a far right view? Because, like, I'm far left and I'll own it. Like, I understand where I am relative to the Overton window, right? This guy doesn't even understand that, where he does and he is lying about it, right? Huge red flag, by the way. People that lie about where they are in the Overton window.
Ever seen a man walking into a woman's bathroom and playing hockey and netball? That's all they've ever seen. So how else are they supposed to understand the world that's actually happening out there? And then you have the last problem. You get in.
Oh, I don't know. You can let people figure it out. You can let them explore it and ask questions about it and try different things. Trial and error. You like a really good skill to have. Trying things. Oh no, but that's grooming. It's grooming to let them like figure shit out. We must like give them a rigid worldview that they have to believe and have no other choice. That's not grooming.
To the workplace, and now suddenly they can't comprehend that there's this type of different things, that there's different.
Dude, it's so heckin' incomprehensible. Okay, it's so heckin' incomprehensible, guys.
Cultures. There's different ethnicities. People grew up in different religious backgrounds. People grew up poor.
Wow. Whoa, so heckin' incomprehensible a while ago.
Rich, middle class, and now they can't understand it. Now suddenly, because they don't understand something, they lash out on it. And
again, who is they?
That is the one weapon the left has weaponized, where it's...
What? The left has weaponized people lashing out? What?
They create so much confusion that the minute that somebody doesn't understand...
Dude, it's just so heckin' incomprehensible a while ago. Okay? Dude, these heckin' transgenderinos are so heckin' incomprehensible.
Something, they pull out a race card, they pull out a homophobic card, or a transphobic card.
Of course.
I mean, like, are they wrong? Like, I mean, if the shoe fits, like, you know.
Because that's all they know.
Yes.
They just know this silly little thing.
Yeah, apparently teaching kids that trans people exist is grooming, but far-right religious indoctrination from like the day they learn how to speak is totally fine. Like, okay.
This reality that they've created, but it doesn't go into all things.
Yes.
It doesn't go into the workplace. It doesn't go into sports. It doesn't go into arts. So they can't experience it there. And now you have people who are depressed. You have people hooked on antidepressants for decades.
Right, but Christians would never be depressed, right? It's like, well, no. Christians are depressed too.
It's in their life because they can't go to the opera or to the movie theater.
Yes.
And just experience that world. Because all
trans people can't go to the movie theater, guys. It's impossible. I can't experience going to the movie theater because I'm gay and transgender. What are we saying? What a stupid fucking argument. What a stupid piece of shit. This guy's a fucking idiot.
All they know is altering your body. All they know is this, how a model looks.
Yeah, so true. So true. All I know is altering my body, guys. I can't even go to the movie theater because I'm transgender.
And how supermodels look, and that you need to have this type of body and this type of figure. That's all they know. That doesn't
Yes, is this still? I must be a supermodel while I'll go, okay?
come from conservatism. Conservatism believes that God made you in his image.
Yes.
Christians believe that you are made in the image of God, that you're predestined.
But that's the same thing. That's literally the same fucking thing, but worded differently. You just reordered the same words. Oh, wait, are we actually trying to draw a distinction here between the same thing but worded differently?
From conservatism. Conservatism believes that God made you in his image.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Which is different from...
Christians believe that you are made in the image of God, that you're predestined.
Oh, okay. So conservatives believe that you are made in God's image, but Christians are very different because they believe that you are made in the image of God, which is completely different, of course. These are two fundamentally different views, as we all know. Dude, you cannot make this shit up. Who is stupid enough to buy this? Or, like, the fact that there are people that are dumb enough to watch this video and be like, yeah, this is really good stuff. But if you read the comments, if you read the fucking comments, you'll see it. Like, no, there's like, this guy has S gift of telling his story. Good communicator. This gives me hope for my daughter. The world needs to hear this testimony. Dinio's testimony is super powerful. Thank you for giving a platform to share. Heart emoji, cross emoji. He left his old life behind and stepped out with faith, which is extremely scary to do. Oh, God. So true, dude. He had to come out of the closet as a Christian. The scariest thing to come out as. Oh, God. Oh, no. So terrifying. This is one of the most masculine stories I've ever heard. Well, that's a fucking lie. That's a lie. No, it's not. Not even close. What are we talking about? I thank God for this man. What a blessing that God has made. I used to struggle with lesbianism, and you couldn't have explained all this better. Thank you, Jesus. Fire emoji. I don't know where I would be if it wasn't for God and Encounter Church. Well, you'd probably be having a much better time and lesbian sex. You'd be having way more fun. Your life wouldn't suck and be boring and miserable. I'm just saying. Anyways, let's continue.
In the purpose of him.
Yes.
That's true. Lead makeup is very masculine, okay? The makeup burning your face off is super masculine, guys. I'm very sad he didn't mention his 5-hour skincare routine in this one.
Believe that you are made in the image of God, that you're predestined in the purpose of him.
Yes.
So why would you want to change the way you look? It starts.
What? So never get a haircut, never shave then. Never change anything. Never shower, that would change the way you look. Don't clean yourself. Don't wear glasses. Why are you wearing glasses? God gave you the eyesight that he wanted you to have. So why the fuck are you wearing glasses? Do you think you know better than God as to what eyesight you're supposed to have? You're not supposed to be able to see things. God doesn't want you to see with your eyes. He wants you to see with your soul. So he made you visually blind. And you're going against God's design by wearing these unnatural artifacts that give you vision that you're not supposed to have. Very messed up stuff. Very messed up stuff.
On all of these programs that kids see, where they see these celebrities, they look up to these role models, and this is the world that they see.
These role models that are wearing glasses, they're going against God's design for their eyesight. Yeah, God didn't give you glasses. He gave you the exact eyesight that he wanted you to have. Take those spectacles off right now.
You have to alter your body in order to be happy. You have to take drugs in order to be happy. You have to have a sex tape in order to be happy. You go into, I've been working.
You have to have glasses in order to be happy. God didn't create you with glasses on. And you're altering your body and the way you look.
now with you guys for a period in the schools, and you speak to these students and they say, well, you know, I'm just going to start an OnlyFans. Where does that come from? Where are the lawyers?
Probably capitalism. Probably fucking capitalism. Maybe the fact that, oh, I don't know, the economy is dog shit and they need a way to make money, and they're like, you know what? Rather than working by the way, it's a reasonable conclusion to come to, right? It's one that I've come to, and I might fucking just do it. I might just say fuck it, right? Because what's better? Spending 10 minutes making nudes to sell to people, or spending hours and hours of your life wasting it away at a fucking miserable job you hate, doing shit that you fucking despise, being miserable, going nowhere, barely making ends meet, doing shit that makes you fucking suicidal. Come on. What sounds preferable? Yeah, no shit. The average person, when thinking about what career they'd rather have, would rather be an OnlyFans whore than waste away at a job they hate for their entire fucking day, every day. Just saying.
Are the doctors?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you dare take antidepressants to fix your depression? Okay? Don't you know God wants you to be sad? God made you sad for a reason, and you're going against his perfect design for you.
And then now suddenly you look at macroeconomics and we have a massive unemployment rate because we don't.
Which is gay people's fault? How exactly? Or
don't have doctors. We don't have skilled labor anymore because
doctors don't exist anymore, guys. Okay.
It starts there. They've already indoctrinated this child into thinking that they're going to be a child porn star.
Yes.
So
who is they? Who the fuck is they? How often is this happening? It's like, no, if anything, they would tell you the opposite. I've been told the opposite. Guess what? I'm somebody that's probably going to do it anyway. I'm an adult now, so I can do whatever the fuck I want. But it's like, nobody indoctrinated me into that. Nobody's encouraging that. Right? I was, all I heard all my life is, oh yeah, this is like bad. Don't do that. These fucking whores. Like they can't even get a real job. That's what I heard. Right? But because I was able to think for myself, I was like, well, that doesn't seem like they're doing anything harmful. Like, who cares? Who gives a fuck? Like, make that back. That was what I thought. Right? It wasn't like I was, in the fucking majority there.
Feed pics of themselves on the internet in order to make
you mean like Repsion?
money. And now suddenly you have no
W Repsion? Repsion mentioned it, guys.
You have a massive crisis when it comes to skills.
Yes.
And I
okay.
see it in the workplace. I see it when I go to
they can't cope, they don't have skill.
I mean, you have conflict. Your boss just says, fix this paragraph in your report, and suddenly they're lashing out. Their mental health is affected.
Really? How many people are lashing out at their bosses, please? Where the fuck is this happening? We're just making shit up.
Now suddenly they need to change jobs. And now we have a situation where you have these sissies in a generation of...
Yo, dude. Fucking Firebat mention, let's fucking go. Dude, this guy definitely has a sissy fetish, okay? Let's not kid ourselves. He's much like Firebat. He's very Firebat coded.
Of kids trying to be men and women, but they don't know how because men have forgotten how to be men and women have forgotten.
Yeah, men just don't know how to be men. Wait, are you saying that like men and women aren't just purely biological categories? That there's like a how to be a man and how to be a woman? You mean like social things? Like you would expect with social categories? That's very interesting for someone that has the position that these are purely biological and intrinsic. Because clearly they're not, based on what you just described. You just destroyed your own view. Yeah, sissies built for BBC mention, let's fucking go. Dude, fucking sissy for BBC award?
How to be women.
I want to touch on a sensitive thing, or I think that they ignore and that the media ignores. The left is all about inclusivity, but also freedom. We need to, if they're transgender, it's because that's who they are, that's their true self.
Yes, true. I do have the freedom maximizing position, which you're against. You hate freedom.
That's who they really are, that's their freedom. But then we sit...
That is true, it is my freedom.
With a hidden stat of depression and suicide. What was your...
The causal link being established? Oh wait, no, there isn't one. It's actually the reverse. The causal link is established in the opposite direction. You're actually more likely to be suicidal if you're not able to access, medical transition, and if you're not accepted. Like, if we take a look at trans people that are accepted and able to medically transition right away and aren't forced to go through the wrong puberty, that they actually have, from what I understand, relatively normative levels when it comes to depression and anxiety. Like, what does that indicate to you? Like, be real. What does that indicate?
Battle with suicide? What was your battle with depression? What was your secret?
Except you're in favor of the thing that maximizes our suicide rate. Like, you don't get to weaponize suicide when you're in favor of maximizing it.
Brokenness that is there.
Yeah, dude, what I want to know is, when do these two grease balls start fucking?
You know those who have the same problem or that is caught in this ideology of same-sex, transgender, whatever it might be, that you know they're battling with these things, but it is not publicized.
A lot of people walk into the world pretending to be something.
Yeah, like when I pretended to be a guy because I didn't, think that I was going to be able to transition. You mean like that? Oh no. No, I'm pretending now, even though I'm more myself now than I would have been. But
where my battle started was when I realized that I don't know who I am. And I'm trying to be everything
so
that
you decided to become a grifter on a podcast. That's so much better. Oh, wow, awesome. Great solution.
everybody
Thanks.
else is. It's just so difficult for me that it became impossible for me to go out the door, because you're constantly trying to push these lies in your mind, and you have to remind yourself of the lies you tell yourself,
I don't have to remind myself of shit. Thank you very much.
because you want to be popular, and you want to do this and you want to do that, and especially in the LGBTQ
Yeah, me when I transition for popularity, what the fuck are we talking about? Do you think that transitioning makes you popular? What?
community. You lie to yourself every day into that identity up until the time that you believe it, and now suddenly you have a massive problem, because how do you sustain that
Sustain
lie?
it.
How
The massive problem being my dick, of course, as we all know, it's
do you
huge.
go into the world in all things, into spar and into the gym and into school and into the choir, in different settings with different people, and
And you know,
sustain that lie?
psychologically, it is proven that, if you have to, even on a camera, there's a mask that you put on, and to constantly be on it, it's damaging psychologically, and it brings
Yeah, to trans people when they're forced to pretend to be cisgender. Yes. Like, you're almost there, buddy. You're almost there. Come on.
people to a place where they need to cope. If they don't have a place to,
That's true.
if they don't have an identity, now they have to cope.
And in
I don't think that he realizes his logic can be applied in the opposite direction. Like, far better than the direction he's applying it in. Like,
in the age of social media, you have a massive problem, because everybody's hooked to their phones, and
Yes.
everybody
right. My phone made me transgender, guys.
is hooked to becoming
It
influenced.
was actually the 5G particles that made me transition. Okay, the 5G particles gave me autism and therefore transgenderism by proxy.
And we're going back to the LGBTQ community and suicide rates and depression. Every single one of those people are dealing with that, because number one, somebody was molested as a child, and now you have trauma. Somebody was thrown out of
Oh, right, yeah, dude. Oh, what's that? You're transgender? That must mean that you were molested. What a fucking stupid statement to make. Like,
their household, and now suddenly that trauma becomes their identity instead of
okay, really? So when I was 5, I was traumatized? What was I traumatized by? I don't remember having any trauma. Granted, my childhood fucking sucks, including at that time. I was treated like I was subhuman, but granted, I wouldn't have had trauma. Like for as long as I can remember, I knew I wanted to be a girl. Like, I don't think that was caused by trauma. I don't think trauma informs that, because the trauma is not related to gender identity at all, right? Other than, like, trauma that may have developed as a result of, my gender identity being incongruent with what I was perceived as, right? And then me having to, like, skinwalk, and pretend to be a guy when it's like, because I didn't know what trans people were.
processing it in a healthy manner, because they may not be equipped to do it. Now suddenly,
I was like saying rape victims were molested to be straight. It's like, it's fucking, it's stupid.
they go into the world, try to face this world, figure out their trauma, and sustain this lie. How do you do that? It's impossible. It's impossible.
But again, it's not a lie. There's like not like a false belief. You just like disagree with like how we define certain terms. But that doesn't mean that people are fucking lying about it. I think you're lying about shit, because you said things that are very, very inaccurate and very obviously not something that an actual detransitioner would say. Right?
especially if you don't have God. Because only God can, number one, obviously bring transformation, but only God can also
Only God can transition you.
so
Really?
give you who
then
you
why is it the case that when I asked God to make me a girl, he just like didn't do that? Clearly, he doesn't deliver.
are. He predestined you at the point of creation. He knows what your assignment is.
Yes.
Okay, but like then he would also know if you're gonna fail the assignment. So if he knows you're gonna fail the assignment, he could just make you differently. That's an option if he's all powerful. So again, none of this makes sense.
Now suddenly you're trying to walk in your own assignment. You're trying to create your own opportunities and your own stuff. I mean, that's just exhausting.
Yeah, that's what you should do. Yeah, you do need to create your own opportunities. Yes, that is how life works. Welcome to the real world.
And at some stage, it reaches a breaking point where you realize that it's impossible for you to keep this face up. It's impossible for you to continue on with this. I mean, that's where I came in when the queen broke, where I realized that transformation was not only necessary, but I was desperate for it. Because
he was desperate.
I didn't know how to
just
be
like how he was desperate for the BBC guys.
this person anymore. Now suddenly we're no longer just in high school. We're no longer dealing with I like a boy or I like a girl. Now you have to go into the workplace. You have to live life. You have to love somebody. You have to be married. You have to think about kids. You have to.
Yeah, you actually don't have to do any of these things. You're not obligated. Why would you think you're obligated to do any of that shit? Why must you do all that bullshit? That sounds like a waste of time and energy.
Think about how you're going to support yourself, how you're going to go into the world and actually just, prosper and thrive. You deal with real problems, but you're not real. You are not real. The face you have is incapable of handling these issues. And now you get tossed to and fro.
Sure.
Now you get tossed.
Right, but you as the obvious blatant grifter that pretended to be trans, like pretends that you were trans at one point. Really, show us the photos of you supposedly being transgender. Please, I'd love to see it. Yeah, you being a fucking far-right Christian grifter, podcaster, loser. Is totally you being real.
Over the place. For me,
like, I don't want to hear this fucking loser talk about realness or being real. Like, fucking come on, dude. Also, trans flag colors in the background. Very interesting. Very interesting, lighting decision. I don't know if it's intentional or not, but you love to see it. You love to see it.
The first time I dealt with something financially, what was the first thing I did? I got blessers. I got people to pay for me because all I ever knew was to use my body in order to not only make a statement, but also that my body is power. Going back.
Well, yeah, if you need to pay bills, yes, that is a legitimate avenue to get money. To survive. It's like, what? Oh, no, it actually would have been better to fucking starve and die. What are we saying, dude? What are we saying?
Back to that, where the left pushes that agenda that,
Of what? It's better to, like, do sex work than to starve and go homeless? Yes, it is better to do sex work than to starve and go homeless. Yes, correct. Anyone that's reasonable knows this.
Who you are is who you are. You are born that way. Your body is your own body. No, God gave you that.
Oh, okay. So I don't even own my own body. That's epic.
That's right.
And now you have a situation where, like I said, I dealt the first time with
then he should have made my body congruent with my brain. Like, fucking skill issue on his end for not.
Financial situation. I only know how to use my body, how to get around, how to do things. It's the only response I have because I don't know tithing, I don't know fasting, I don't know talking to God and actually just thriving as a Christian.
Yeah, talking to God is going to make you enough money to, to pay the bills and not go homeless. Well, I guess, being a Christian grifter, be paying your bills, but is it worth it? Because I'm going to be real. I would consider sex work far better and more respectable and honest than this. This is embarrassing. This is an embarrassing display. You being a blatant grifter that can't even keep your fucking story straight is embarrassing. It's embarrassing as fuck. And you should be ashamed. You have no right to judge sex workers. Because sex workers are honest. They make an honest living. They don't fucking lie to people for a living. They don't come up with bullshit stories and narratives to spin to people. They tell you what they're going to sell, and then they do what they say they're going to. Whereas you fucking sell a lie. You are a scammer. But yet you're going to look down on sex workers, the people that don't fucking lie? I'm not saying that sex workers can't lie. I mean, anyone can lie, but you get the point. Like, being a sex worker doesn't make you a liar. Being this kind of grifter, though, does. Like, how can you, with a straight face, judge people that engage in sex work and look down on that. When you are a disgusting, far-right, Christian grifter podcaster. Seriously, I'd love to know. I'd love to know how that works.
All I know is that I'm by myself. I'm alone. I'm born this way. This is who I am. And now you start thinking, how can I make money with what I have? So I went to married men and I started blackmailing them.
Okay, well that's fucking horrific. Don't do that. That's bad. We obviously disavow.
You know, while we would have, you know, an orgy or a sex party, I'd secretly be recording. There'd be a
that's a fucking, what the fuck? Holy fuck. Whoa. Okay, this is a new detail. Bro, what in the Destiny? What in the Stephen Bonnell the second did I just fucking hear? What the fuck? Bro, what in the Stephen Bonnell the second did he just admit to? What the fuck?
Started blackmailing them. So I went to married men and I started blackmailing them. You know, while we would have, you know, an audio or sex party, I'd secretly be recording. There'd be a camera someplace. There'll be a voice recorder someplace, you know, a voice note is playing on WhatsApp or whatever the situation might be. And I send it back to you because I have to live.
That's right.
And I have.
Stephen Bonnell the second, is that you? Guys, we found Destiny's long lost cousin. Holy shit, guys, that is fucking. We're just casually admitting to that. We're just casually admitting to recording people having sex without their consent and blackmailing people with it. What the fuck, bro? We're like, Jesus Christ. What, like, we had, oh my god, I am glad I didn't click off of this because holy fuck. That is crazy. That is fucking crazy. Yes, that is what Epstein did.
To pay bills. And I'm thinking, you want me and you want to sleep with me, so why don't I profit off it?
Yes.
By recording them without their consent during sexual intercourse and blackmailing them with their sex tape and threatening to release revenge porn. Buddy, you don't need to do all that for money. You can do sex work for money without doing that and get by. Yeah, this guy is predatory as fuck. Even if it's a made up story, the fact that he's like, oh yeah, and that's like a thing I did. It's like, okay, either you're so malicious that you made that up to make queer people look bad, or that is true, and you're a fucking disgusting, you know, criminal who has recorded people having sex with you without their consent and blackmailing them with that. Yet no wonder he ran to the church after that horrific shit. If someone's gonna admit to horrific shit, I'm gonna believe them. I believe that part is true. I do believe that the part where he, you know, blackmailed and recorded people during sex without consent. And I think that he's like, okay, well, this community fucking hates me now because I'm a fucking horrific, malicious piece of shit and no queer people want to fuck with me anymore once they found out. For the same reason that queer people don't fuck with Destiny, by the way. So he pulled the Destiny maneuver, the Stephen Bonnell classic, if you will, of you know, taking new positions purely out of spite. Oh, well, the fucking leftists are mean to me. Time for me to start, you know, rallying against them. Time for me to be the ultimate contrarian against the people that were mean to me and believe the opposite of them. And that's what he's doing now. That's what he's doing now, and that's why he's doing the script.
Why don't I? And that's prostitution,
of course.
Essentially.
Oh, the issue is that it's prostitution? No, the issue is that you were recording sexual encounters without people's consent and threatening to leak revenge porn of people to get money out of them. You extorted people with revenge porn that you recorded without their consent. But the issue is prostitution? That's not an issue with prostitution. That is an issue with you being evil as fuck. You are evil. You are a terrible person. You are on the same level as Destiny. Okay? And I don't say that lightly, because Destiny is fucking horrific. This person is no better than Destiny. Like, this guy and Destiny are two ends of the same fucking coin. These people are fucking, like, genuinely demonic. If anyone's demonic, it's people like this. Oh my god.
Anytime that you sell your body,
and now this is his way of being like, well, it's because I was indoctrinated by woke ideology. That's his way of excusing it. Oh, well, the woke ideology made me do it. No, you being a bad person is why you did that. I'm woke, I'm far left, I'm gay and transgender. And guess what? I don't do any of the bullshit you described. Because I don't have the desire to hurt people the way that you do.
For money, that's suddenly when you go into that. And for me, it was the only way I knew how to survive. And obviously depression came from that, because every person I slept with felt like they were just taking from me. Even though I'm taking their money, it felt like a part of my soul was dying. Because
that was the issue? Not the blackmailing part. We're gonna gloss over the part where you admitted to blackmailing people and extorting them with revenge porn, that you recorded them without their consent. And we're gonna gloss over that and be like, guys, isn't prostitution so bad? Isn't prostitution so bad, guys? No, what's bad is the fact that you were extorting people with revenge porn. Oh my God.
because here I am whoring myself for what? For what? To pay my rent for the month? Because I don't want to be homeless?
Oh, yeah, no, the issue is that he was whoring himself, not that he was extorting people with fucking revenge. Oh my God. This person is psychotic. This person's an actual deranged fucking psycho. What the fuck?
And it's shocking when you consider that.
No, what's shocking is the fact that you extorted people with revenge porn of them that you recorded without their consent. What the fuck? You admitted to multiple crimes. Oh my God. That's like multiple crimes at once, like multiple very, very, very serious charges. This guy does not have a soul. I'm sorry.
All I knew. That part is terrifying now as a Christian. Looking back.
Oh, that part's terrifying, not the extortion part, or the revenge porn part, or the recording sex without consent part. No, that part's not terrifying. The part that was terrifying is that he was too promiscuous, guys. That was the issue. Guys, the issue with Stephen Bunnell II isn't the fact that he, sent revenge porn of an underage girl. No. The problem, okay? The problem with Stephen Bunnell over here is he's just too promiscuous. He's just gooning too much. He was just a gooner. And, he goons too close to the sun, guys. It's the same fucking defense that Destiny uses. These are the same fucking person. They even have the same defense of, oh, yeah, the issue was I was gooning too close to the sun. I just had too much sex. I had too much gay sex, and that was the issue. No, it wasn't.
At the world, because I realized that I was incapable of processing that there is an alternative. That
to extorting people with revenge porn? Yeah, no shit, there's an alternative. Just to fucking Stephen Bunnell. Jesus Christ.
There's a better way. And for you, you have to ask yourself, where does that come from? It's because God is not there.
That's right.
The Holy Spirit is.
Oh, yeah, that was the issue. Really? Because I don't have God. God isn't present in my life. And I don't fucking extort people with revenge porn. I don't record sex without consent. That's fucking psychotic. What a crazy thing to admit to. What's even crazier is this guy just, gets to walk away scot-free. Genuinely deranged. This guy is just like a free man.
Not speaking to you. God is not leading you out of this. You don't have a relationship with him to be able to understand that he wants better things for yourself. So you think
you need God to tell you to not extort people with revenge porn. Really? You need Jesus for that? There's something wrong with you fundamentally as a person if you need Jesus for that. Because me personally, I don't have Jesus or God, and I don't want to do that shit because that's fucking evil, and I have morals.
That you have to survive.
Yeah.
But don't worry, he found God, so he's totally not a deranged psychopath now, as we all know. That's why Catholic priests would never rape kids, because they found God.
You have to kill or get killed, that you have to go into the world and you have to abuse the system in order to get around and in order to get influence, in order to get money. And when it comes to suicide specifically,
I mean, again, this guy is just fucking sociopathic. I'm sorry. I need to take a piss again. I know. All right, it's time to go piss girly. Part 2, Electric Boogaloo. Okay, guys? All right. So with that being said, I'm gonna go piss girly. Yes, we love pissing. Yay! Yay for piss. So I'm gonna play my own content while I go do that, okay? Actually, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna also refill my water, separate from pissing, of course. Don't worry. and then I'll be back. Don't worry, guys. But it's gonna be my own content, okay? All right. Just bear with me. I just gotta go do a little bit of stuff. Be right back. Brett, then when they mature, well, statistically speaking, it's actually not that many. The regret rate for medical transition is actually 0.3%. So, not sure why you would bring that up. Just saying.
You know, I grew up in a place where there was a lot of gang violence. There was a lot of,
counting or not counting gang violence? Oh my God, guys! Charlie Kirk mentioned
a lot of crime, a lot of aggression just around. Yet here you have this woman, powerful woman of God, who just had this presence. And I wanted to mimic that so much. Growing up, that was my idol. She became my idol. The way I...
That doesn't necessarily mean that you have the desire to transition. That's not how that works. Like, again, we're establishing a causal link where it doesn't make any sense.
I looked, the way I talked, the way I walked, was everything to mimic her. Fast forward to when we moved to Joburg from Cape Town, and now she's not there. My family is still broken. I took it upon myself to not only mimic her, but to become her. And that...
Guys, he's going to skinwalk his grandmother, okay? He's literally going to turn into his grandmother. They're going to be the same person. They're going to be practically identical.
Is where we form the queen, as everybody knows it. The queen...
Is the host trans? Yes, I am.
Queen was my sense of power. She was my god. She was my idol. Because
right,
it was this face that I created.
Buddy.
In order to navigate the world. I didn't know how else to do it. And
wait, hold on. You do realize that trans people do that, but in the reverse, right? Like, you're describing transness from the opposite direction. Like, for example, before I transitioned, okay, when I was skinwalking as a boy, right, I was putting on a face for society. But now that I've, come out as trans and whatnot, and am open about my identity to YouTube and the people close to me, I don't have to skinwalk like that anymore. I just get to be me. It's pretty awesome. I'm just saying.
I made her my entire identity. We get to a point in life...
Again, that has nothing to do with being transgender. Just to put it out there.
Where I started falling in with the wrong crowds. And I started believing an agenda that people pushed on me.
Really, what agenda did they push on you? I'm very curious.
But I wanted to believe it because
Why did you want to believe it? I'm curious.
My home was so unstable and...
Therefore, you became transgender? Again, that doesn't make any sense.
Oftentimes unsafe. That the only place where I felt safe was in that crowd, in the LGBTQ community. Everybody idolized this powerhouse of a person that's, a leader in the community. And
yeah, that goes for communities in general. Yes, leaders of communities get idolized in many cases. That's true. That's not just related to trans people, but that's not LGBT specific.
That became everything to me. We get to a point in the story where the darkness became so much because I fell into the sex occult. Without me knowing,
the what cult? Did he say sex cult?
I fell into the sex occult.
The sex occult? What? I have no idea what he just said.
Without me knowing, I found identity in that crowd because I was powerless in my house. Here I come.
Okay, why that crowd specifically?
I'm home.
Oh, sex occult. Okay.
And my mother is beaten half to death.
So you became transgender? That's not how being trans works.
How do you control that environment? How do you control your emotions? But then I go to a club and I'm the queen and I'm in control. I'm worshipped. I'm idolized. The moment I walk in, the room is buzzing.
But you can do that as like a gay boy too. So like, I'm a little bit gagged here. Like, it has nothing to do with transness. But, like you can be a fruity gay boy and like people will admire you as well. You're kind of twinkish. You're a little bit of a twink.
And for me, I just then wanted to be in that world. I never wanted to be home. I never wanted to not be around those people. And those people's brokenness became my brokenness.
What are they broken because you say so? In what way are they broken? I'm curious.
And eventually you push that agenda on yourself because you feel that that's the only way in which you can navigate because...
What, didn't you say that you wanted to be a woman for your entire life? Including when you were a child, before you interacted with the gay community or the queer community? Very interesting. I'm just saying.
You hear someone say, but this is what I do to numb pain. I drink. And now suddenly you're into alcohol. And
Yeah, well, the difference is that when it comes to alcohol, alcohol actually has, you know, a negative long-term effect on the people that consume it. Whereas being transgender has a regret rate of 0.3%. Yo, that's true, past Femyoz. I agree. You're spitting fucking facts. Let's go, dude. Yo, thank you, past Femyoz, for taking it away and saying all this true stuff, making all these epic fucking arguments. Yes, go past Femyoz. Woo, past Femyoz spitting facts. Yo, past Femyoz was on fire. Whoa, dude, that's epic. Okay. You know what's even more epic is, I was corset maxing earlier today. And I took it off because, like, I was getting fucking tired. Okay, my ribcage was getting a little bit too squished for my liking, which says a lot because, like, you know, I mean, come on. Come on. I mean, let's be real. Okay, let's be real. All right, that shit. You know, that's kind of the goal, is it not? To, like, get squish it or whatever? But yeah, so what I'm gonna do is turn off motion track. You guys are gonna, watch a little bit more of me. I'm gonna go put the fucking corset thingy back on, okay? So, enjoy more Femyoz slop from past Femyoz. The corset was hot Femyoz, which is why I'm gonna put it back on. I just needed to give my waist a little break, you know? I'm just saying. We're gonna go back to the corset. I'm not gonna overdo it. That's why I took it off, and now I'm gonna put it back on because now my waist has had a break. Yes, I obviously washed my hands. No shit. I'm not a fucking psycho. And we're not just being transgender. Sorry, medically transitioning. You don't choose whether or not you're trans, for the record. You choose whether or not you transition if you are trans, right? But again, if the regret rate for medical transition is 0.3%, which it is, you can look this up. If you don't believe me, well, why would that be the case, right? Like, that, I feel like that fact sort of debunks this entire notion.
And at the age of 12, I started heavy drinking. Before that, I had been exposed to...
So true. Transgenderism is just like when alcohol addiction. So true. It's the transgender addiction and the alcohol addiction, guys.
To alcohol, but I mean, here we are in a situation where I have to numb pain because I have to hold everybody together. And I then go to alcohol because that's the agenda that everybody pushes. I then go to sex.
Right, yeah. The alcohol agenda and the trans agenda. Of course.
Because that's what everybody pushes. And
everyone is pushing the trans agenda? But you do realize it's actually quite the contrary. It's people pushing the anti-trans agenda. And despite the fact that people push an anti-trans agenda, guess what I did? I transitioned anyway. Because that shit ain't stopping me. Okay? That shit ain't stopping me. I'm just saying. Don't pause the video. So true. I'm just don't do anything transformative. Just watch it in full. What a great... But again, what does that have to do with being trans? Like, again, these are completely unrelated. There are healthier ways of coping with these things.
In a very short amount of time.
Let the video play, then have a real discussion. Why the fuck would I... Oh yeah, let me play the entire video and not be transformative. And memorize every single thing that's said, and then respond to everything. Wow, what a great idea. You should be the content creator instead of me, actually. So true.
You know, people wanted to give me money. People wanted to pay to sleep with me. I was this...
Yup, that is a thing. Me too, by the way. Doesn't mean that I do it. Doesn't mean that I do it.
Prize for everybody, and I enjoyed the power. I enjoyed the control, and I never wanted it to go away.
This is fucking taking forever. Buddy, there's this thing called BDSM, okay? You can... That's a thing you can do, all right? It's great. It's awesome. If you want that sense of control, just saying.
The high that came and the ecstasy that came from being able to blackmail people, being...
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. What? Huh? How did we go from, oh yeah, I was like addicted to gooning to, oh yeah, dude, I felt so powerful because I got to blackmail people. What the fuck are we saying? What are we saying, dude? Dude, fucking come on.
Came and the ecstasy that came from being able to blackmail people.
Jesus fucking Christ. Yo, thank you for 100 likes. Thank you for 100 likes, guys.
Being able to destroy lives if I wanted to.
Okay, this guy is a fucking psychopath. This guy is a psychopath, and it has nothing to do with him like thinking he was trans or whatever. Okay, this guy is a psychopath for completely unrelated reasons, right?
And eventually, that passion turned into an assignment, and I started targeting unions, covenantal unions, marriages, to be able to break it. Anything that resembled the love of God.
Okay, but that has nothing to do with God. You're just like a deranged psycho that's trying to harm people in that case. You know, as somebody that is transgender and likes gay sex, all right, I can assure you that I don't have this issue, okay? Like, at no point have I, you know, had the desire to blackmail people or whatever the fuck, or destroy people's marriages, okay? I just want to live in peace. But yeah, like, if you need God to tell you not to do those things, there's probably something wrong with you. There's some underlying issues, and you're probably a deranged psychopath, narcissistic freak. Just saying.
God,
You look so cute. Thank you.
I didn't want. I manifested against it because for me, I didn't experience the love of God. So how can
You manifested against it. See, again, as an atheist, as a transgender atheist who loves gay sex, you know, I don't have to manifest anything, right? I'm just living my life, right? Sounds like there might be other underlying issues that have nothing to do with the queer community at hand. But let me guess, he's going to blame gay and trans people for his, you know, psychopathic tendencies, which again, have nothing to do with being queer.
And it's not fair that they get to experience it. I attacked it firsthand, where I would go to that
experience what? I don't have this issue. Like, it just sounds like you're like an envious loser.
Pastor, and I would try to break the covenant, where I would plant the seeds to those married men, where I would go to people who are married for decades, you know.
Yeah, if you're trying to break marriages again, yeah, you're a bad person. Has nothing to do with being gay.
Have multiple children, and I would.
You know, straight people can do that too, and in fact, oftentimes they do. That has nothing to do with being religious. Hell, religious people also do horrific shit. For example, many Catholic priests are known to rape little boys. Okay.
Lean into their more animalistic tendencies and their lustful tendencies in order to.
Again, that has nothing to do with being gay or trans.
Break that union. Where I would be in that person's bed, and I would have sex with them in the bed that they sleep with their wife with. Because for me, that.
So what you're telling me is you found Republican men on Grindr. You found Republican men on Grindr who are pretending to be straight and then keep it on the down low. That's what you're talking about. Right? So basically this guy, you know, got ran through by a bunch of Republicans. Wow, that's fucking epic, dude. That's fucking epic. Yeah, Vertical Streams bring in so many lovely people. Isn't that epic, guys? Isn't that epic?
It became the ecstasy because it never was enough. And that's where eventually it became not enough.
I see. You know what I want to do? I want to join a Discord server with like a bunch of Republicans that all join VCs with their cameras on, and I want to use, you know, my soundboard to play a Grindr notification sound to see how many of them check their phones. Okay, that's something I want to do. All right, this is something that Seska Plays, friend of the channel, has done. All right, and that's fucking Kina. All right, I love that. All right, I want to do that at some point. That would be funny as fuck.
No matter how much alcohol, no matter how many men, it just never was enough. And
yeah, it sounds like you're a deranged psycho. Thank you, Zeph, for the £2. All right, we're back. I'm so dude. I'm so sorry about the interruption. We're gonna restart stream in a fuck. Okay, I think this is good. Okay, bro, this took me so fucking long, dude. What the fuck, dude? This shit took me This shit took me fucking forever, dude. What the fuck? Okay, give me a sec. I gotta be careful. Otherwise, it'll, hold on, I need to look like I have boobs. Oh, wait. I know what part of the issue is. Okay, it's that we don't have the motion okay, there we go. There we go. Now it looks like I have tits. Guys, I'm actually tit-mogging everyone. Let's go. I'm tip-mogging everyone who's watching this. If I, like, pull it up maybe? I don't know, dude. I don't know how it works. I feel like it was better before. I had more tip before. Maybe it's the lighting difference? Fuck, I don't know. I need to drink water. Tip-mogging Lamau? Fishy as fuck? Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Mog us more? Hell yeah, you know it. Okay. Chat. We're gonna do a fit check. Just for anyone that hasn't seen what this shit looks like with the corset on. Okay, I gotta be super careful with this fucking fit. Jesus Christ. Just because the short skirt combined with, like, the... But, like, dude... It makes me look like less of a brick, okay? I don't look as bricky, you know? Like I look like I almost look like I have, like, a little bit of a... You know, like, a little bit of a figure for once. Like, yes, my shoulders are still super wide. Yes, my waist is still wider than I'd like it to be with, like, this. But, like, it's better. It's still spat. Like, yes, my tits are small. But, like, dude, it's like, an improvement. It's definitely an improvement. You weren't kidding when you said a corset would be better than just a waist trainer? Yeah, no kidding. I mean, I already knew that. But, like, dude, wearing it has, like, made me realize even more. It's like put it into perspective, you know? It's put it into perspective, guys. All right. I'm also gonna, open that. Yeah, we're gonna open that, actually, guys. All right. Let some more light in. Yeah. Hell yeah. Oh, look at how bright it is. Woo, it's the sun is shining a while ago. That's right, the sun's shining. It's such a beautiful day. Such a beautiful... Actually, I don't know if the sun's shining. Is the sun shining? Kinda. I don't know. It's not, like, enough to be annoying. That's for sure. But yeah, guys, what do you guys think? I fuck with this fit, you know? I wish I had more boobs. I just don't like that I'm lacking in the boob department. That's the part that's fucked up. That's a bit too far? Wait, what is? What? What's too far? The lighting, or? I'm confused. I think corsets are a bit more comfy than waist trainers. I would disagree with that. But I guess it depends on how tightly you wear them as well. Oh, the got comment? Oh. I didn't see it. Yeah. Anyways, guys, I'm not going anywhere. Don't worry. But I am gonna restart stream once more. Okay, guys. All right. Now, let me just, like, you know what? Yeah, it's better if it's like this. I think I'd serve more content if I, like, had it, like, over here, because then you can, like, sort of, like, ugh, fuck, I just don't have enough boob. How do I angle fraud but with boobs, guys, without making my shoulders look too big? Do I just have to, like, squeeze them like this the whole time? Like, oh my god, guys, I totally have huge boobs, and I'm definitely not just squeezing them together, guys. Like, ugh. Ugh, I just wish I had larger boob, okay? And, like, other stuff, but, you know. I'll probably get breast aug one day. No boob. I know, it's so sad. It's so sad. But guys, we're gonna restart stream. Okay, guys? We're gonna restart stream. But it's gonna lag for a second. Okay, do not leave. Do not leave. It will lag for a second. Okay, guys? But that's just because we're setting up the stream that I'm gonna raid into. I'm gonna raid into my own stream. Okay? We're gonna do good in the algorithm again, okay, guys? This is how I get new viewers. All right. It's gonna lag for a second, then we'll be back. Don't go anywhere, okay? And we are back, everyone. Very, very, very sorry about the eensy-weensy little interruption, okay, guys? Guys, I'm very sorry about that. Didn't mean to interrupt, didn't mean to intrude. But what we're gonna do now is, let's see here. We're gonna go to edit. Okay, and then customization. redirect, add, and then it'll be mostly a just chatting stream. But we're probably also going to do some other slop, okay? We might do Michael Nelson slop. We might do Crazy Joe slop. We'll do whatever I feel like, okay? It's going to be more of like a I decide what we do stream. Wow, aren't I so cool and awesome? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go from here to... Oh, hold on. YouTube Studio. Okay. Yes, obviously it lagged. That goes without saying. I gained some new subscribers from this. That's epic. Okay. Then I'm going to go to the new one. Oh, great. It's not loading properly. Wonderful. We're going to go to monetization, on, done, automatic. Lovely. We love mid-roll ads. Okay, guys. We love mid-roll ads. Joe did make that new response that you should cover. Yeah, didn't he also do a stream where he talked about me? I want to do that as well. So if you could tell me which stream that is when we, you know. Okay, so I'm going to add that to the playlist. No altered content. We're going to, nope, that's the wrong one. Okay, wait, give me a sec. Oh, right, I need to copy and paste the tags. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry this is taking like a million years. Fuck, where's the tags from this? God, I need to like make it so that the tags are automatic. Ugh. Blah. That's annoying. All right. Copy. Paste. Okay. And then we're gonna copy the Streamlabs link. We're gonna save that. Close the other thing. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go here. Okay, come on. Then I'm gonna add the Streamlabs link. Donate here. Boop, boop. And then we're gonna pin that. Then I have to make the poll of have you liked the stream? Yes. Also, yes. Or well, we'll do yes, but different. We'll change it up a little bit, okay? Yes or yes, but different instead of also yes. Okay, there we go. And then I have to go over here. Also, fuck. I need to always have night shift on. I hate that, like, it's always at 7 a.m. Night shift turns off automatically on my phone, which is annoying because, like, regular phone brightness, or not brightness, but, like, the regular blueness of my phone fucking hurts my eyes. It, like, actually makes me, like, not nauseous to look at, but it's like, ugh. Like, it's painful. Then I have to add the thumbnail, save. Okay, guys. Guys. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna drink water, first of all, because it's important to drink water, guys. Never forget to drink your H2O, folks. Okay, I'm just saying. Alright. Alright. Delicious and nutritious, by the way. Alright. Then we're gonna go over here. We're gonna... What do we do? I'm thinking what we do is we're gonna curate the playlist a little bit better. Can I reorder things? No? Okay. We can't reorder things properly. So we're gonna do this. Okay, we're gonna get ready for Crazy Joe slop. Okay. And then we're gonna add this to queue because they made another video 5 hours ago that I haven't even seen. Add to queue. Yeah. All right. May 17th. Oh wait, that one's already in the queue. Okay. All right. Sorry. Now we're gonna go over. We're gonna switch. Guys, it's gonna lag for a second. It should redirect you to the next stream. If it does, click on that. If not, if it just ends or whatever, then What you're going to want to do is click on my channel and refresh until you see the next stream. I will see you all in literally less than a minute from now, okay? Don't worry. Don't worry, guys, all right?